everyone, to episode 259 of the Battlecast podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Peng. I'm joined with Twastell, PPC, Office, first international cast. And, we'll talk more about NAIC and stuff throughout. But we're going to talk about some events. I'm going to let these gents take it away because I have some meat to cut, but I will be back. Kaz, unfortunately, can't join us because she can only make some of the earlier days. And it was between Kaz and Steve. And usually, I think I probably pick Kaz over Steve, but because she got mittens too, right? It's like a 2-for-1 deal. True. But because Steve just came back from commentating as well, too, I want to hear about his commentary experiences, and then also.
Also, Steve's going to be abandoning us for multiple weeks after this.
Oh, probably. True. Yeah, I won't be here next week also. So
I want to hear about your traveling escapades too, right? Those are always
yeah,
yeah, yeah. By the way, all right, I'll be back.
Yeah, okay, easy done. I mean, look, Tristan, there's only a couple events. Surely we can speedrun this and beat Caleb back, right?
Maybe, yeah. So the first thing we have is, okay, it's so weird. They're calling it not an event, but let's be real, it's an event. So do you remember back in May, they were like, oh, during these evergreen weeks where there's no events, we're gonna have this pick your own adventure type thing where you pick a path and it gives some bonuses and stuff, right?
To answer your question, no. I do not remember this, but it is occurring.
Maybe that's when you were not around.
Yeah, that was often this year, to be fair.
Anyways, so that is a thing that is happening again. It's actually happening right now.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And the weird thing too is apparently some people got to pick a path that lasted for the whole week, but then some people like myself are getting you're able to pick every single day, which is kind of funky. I don't mind it because I've been able to tailor it. The first day I picked the reduced egg distance, but then the thing is that I haven't been super mobile since then, so I haven't even hatched those eggs. So it's there's no point in picking the egg distance again the next day because I haven't even hatched my old eggs yet. So then I went for the extra rocket radars or whatever. But the thing that I think is so goofy here is they're giving these pick your own researches names: Fossil Fun, Charged Embers, Fairy Trail, Venom and Vines. And there's field research that shows up as event research. So it's an event, but they don't want to admit it's an event. Isn't that the goofiest thing?
I guess so. Because this is all part of that 10th anniversary season, right? So it's all heaps of callbacks and whatnot. Is that kind of the idea behind it?
I don't even know if that's the idea.
Where does Charged Embers come from as a name? What is that? Is that another?
I don't know. That wasn't happened yet. Well, it's another event that's not an event.
Okay, what's Fossil Fun? Well, they're giving you 2 encounters or something, right? So it's sort of
yeah, we're getting encounters with Shieldon and with Cranidos.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Is they're trying they're not announcing these as actual week-long events, but they're basically week-long events with no wild spawns. But they're trying to say it's not an event, but if we're being honest, it's an event. It has a name. There's special timed research encounters that are also in field research. There's bonuses. Isn't that all the things that make up an event? It just seems so goofy to me.
Yeah, it is a little goofy, but I mean, oh, dude, I just got a shiny Abra. This game's easy. I was opening it up to see if I would get a new pop-up for the timed research thing. Click to one Pokemon. There you go.
Anyway, you have to go into the timed research, and there's a first thing you have to claim. And
that's right. That's
pick
right.
Your path.
Yeah. I've been a total goofball. In the last few days, I clicked the hatch one, but I'd only just put an egg on because I go straight to the egg tab instead of going to the research tab. So I guess I should probably change that, I guess. But anyway, it is what it is. I mean, it's tiny. It's a small little bonus. You may as well go for it, I guess. It's just something to do. if you aren't going to your research tab, I guess go to your research tab.
Yeah, but yeah, pick whatever. Yeah, I think either the egg one and the extra like rocket component one seem like the best ones, at least that we have this week. It'll be, I'm unsure if they're gonna like change them in future weeks or not. We'll have to see, but that's a little thing to know. So it's like, yeah, right now June 17th to June 21st, and then in like some future weeks, June 30th to Friday, July 3rd, July 28th to August 3rd, and August 11th to August 17th. So like basically anytime there's not like one of those like week-long events going on, it seems like we'll have this. So there's that.
Fair enough.
And then they gave us some updates to the daily discoveries.
Well, that's just the update for the season, isn't it? That's not a new update.
No. So they at the beginning of the season they announced what the daily discoveries are, but they've made updates to it since the start of the season. So on Max Mondays now, every in-person Max battle you complete, you'll get one rare candy XL. So that's pretty nice. Makes it a little more appealing to do Max battles. On Wednesdays for Raid Hour, you'll get one rare candy XL for completing in-person raid battles.
Okay. Similar so people's going to do that one. Okay.
I mean, you can really do both though, right? Yeah, for Max Monday, like, because you get free particles, right? So you can at least use your free particles to get a couple like free rare XLs, right?
Fair enough.
Assuming like you're available or whatever. They're bringing back Spotlight Hour.
Yo.
Again, I don't know why they got rid of it to begin with, and now it's on Thursdays. So Thursdays are both Go Battle Thursdays and Spotlight Hour.
Right.
And then they've announced what those all are. We had Wingull this week, or Swinub this week, Wingull, Pidgey, Zubat, Eevee, and Bidoof. Nothing too crazy, but if you're interested in those, they're back now. With like the different bonuses. So look up what bonuses you care about. We just had a 2x transfer candy, which is I think the bonus most people cared about the most, and then that one will be back.
So you missed it
as well.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I guess shout out to the Spotlight Hours, Azura. We're so back. They probably looked at the Go Battle Thursdays and they were like, oh, barely anyone touches this, so I guess we should give them something on Thursday.
Well, it was probably also just that people were complaining that they took away Spotlight Hours, so they gave it back. But I think these are all good changes. It's just weird to me that they like announced all the things at the start of the season and then like 2 weeks later they're like, oh, we're actually adding and changing things too. Like all positive changes, can't complain, but it just seems... the timing's weird, but it is what it is.
Let them experiment. Let them figure out what's working, I guess.
And then Friendship Fridays, trades will require 20% less Stardust. I think that used to be 10% less. Nothing too crazy on regular trades, but it does help if you're doing like any like special trades, low friendship type trades. And up to 2 additional special trades on Fridays.
Dude, I did this yesterday. I was at a guy's house and we did one trade, then we did another trade, and he was like, wait, was it 3 special trades on Friendship Friday? And I was like, I didn't think so, but here we are. Turns out it was not. It's actually I'll have to shoot him a message to be like, hey, guess what? This is new.
Yeah, because I think it used to be 2, and yeah, I guess it's 3 now. So and then the last one is Scenic Sundays, which are the route days. It says more Pokemon will appear in the wild. We have no idea what this means. Like, are they giving us Galarian Corsola now or something? Or is it just like some extra Pidgeys? Like, I don't know. We'll have to see on that one. But that's our little update on those. Nothing too crazy, but like all positive changes. Again, the rare XLs for in-person max battles on Max Mondays and for in-person raid battles on Raid Hour is pretty nice change.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it's fair enough. But what's way more exciting is the whole PvP meta is about to change, Tristan. Take flight as Squawkabilly's debut leads the flying taxi charge. This is going to change everything.
It is.
It's not gonna. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. To be honest with you, this event is the first time I'm learning there are 4 different colors of the brand new Pokemon Squawkabilly. Because it's been a Pokemon that was good in TCG, but the picture on the card was always the green one. So I didn't know there was a white one and a blue one and a yellow one. I need to learn what's going on.
I didn't know this either. Also, to be honest, I thought it was called Squawkability, not Squawkabilly. So I definitely, in my head, have had the name wrong the whole time.
Well, now we can all learn. So Tuesday, June 23, which is in a couple days, to Monday, June 29, Squawkabilly, the parrot Pokemon, will make its Pokemon Go debut. You'll be able to encounter it from field research or in the wild. So big win. It is in the wild. It's going to be a brand new regional type of guy. So yellow and white will appear globally. Green will appear in the Eastern Hemisphere and blue will appear in the Western Hemisphere. Now, I'm assuming that they're like the same stats, but just to, I guess, check PvPoke, because I assume he's already got like them on there. Yeah, he doesn't have it. Oh no, he does have them as different colors, but like I think it's irrelevant.
I'm guessing it's like, I was gonna say, I'm guessing it's like Gastrodon.
Yeah, I think it's a Gastrodon sort of deal. So like they're just different colors. If you like one in particular, go for it.
Yeah, it's like Gastrodon or Florges even.
Yeah, that sort of vibe. It's more of a Florges deal, I guess, technically. You know, I don't know. It's an East-West Hemisphere thing. It's whatever you want it to be. But then there's 2 that everyone has anyway. You may encounter event-themed Pokemon in the wild, Hoot Hoot, Rookidee, and more. You might even encounter white plumage Squawkabilly. Okay, so yellow is the common, and then white is going to be the rare one, which is kind of like Florges coded. Or Flabebe coded.
Yeah.
Field research tasks, it's in there. There's also Rookidee if you want those guys. It's not in raids, so don't worry about that, I guess. And that looks like about it.
Who wants to do a 1-star raid for a Swablu or a Starly?
Hey, the SoCal Swablu is just one NAIC. Show some respect. They're celebrating, all right?
I'm going to ask them how many Swablu raids they're going to be doing.
Maybe they really want that Hundo Swablu ready for Great League.
There is Hisuian Braviary and Bombardier in 3-star raids. Those are ones you don't get very often, so not that they're amazing by any means, but they're there if you're interested.
Fair enough. But yeah, that is basically the full extent of the event, except wait, no it isn't, because Flying Taxi Taken Over Time. It's the Rocket event that is also coming up next week. So it starts on Thursday, June 25 through to Monday, June 29, 12 a.m. midnight through to 8 p.m. on that last day. It's all I can see classic rock event, you know, more rockets, more grunts, yada, yada, yada. There's going to be Pokemon caught via 1-star and 3-star shadow raids will have a wider variance of attack, defense, and HP.
This is normal for rocket events.
Okay.
Now.
Fair enough.
Basically, it's like,
raids.
Yeah, I don't really either, but it's basically like, I think it's a 0 IV floor. Or maybe a 1 IV. It's either like a 0 or 1 IV floor, basically. But that's their, like, you know, brand approved messaging for saying that, because they're all weird about talking about stats and IVs or whatever.
Okay. It's so crazy to me that like a bonus like this, the vast majority of the player base hates it. Like they do not want their shadow raid Pokemon to be able to be like super low IV. It's not what they want at all. It is entirely a PvP thing, and it's just like, well, it is what it is, guys. You can deal with it for a few days.
Yeah, that's what's like annoying in general. Is I feel like what different parts of the player base wants are so different. Like, for example, Friendship Fridays. Like,
oh my god!
The increased lucky chance from trades is like
annoying.
Right. It's generally a good bonus, but it's also annoying because if you're trying to low friendship reroll, you don't want to do that with increased lucky chances.
Yeah.
Like, I literally was, because I had like I have like a Galarian Moltres like under 1500. I was like thinking about rerolling, but I was like, I don't want to do that on Friendship Friday because if it goes lucky, that sucks. Like,
yeah.
Not trying to take those chances, you know?
Yeah, that is pretty annoying. But whatever. Again, for the most part, it's good for everyone. So whatevs, I guess.
So we do have some new Shadow Pokemon. Shadow Seal for Shadow Dugong. I don't know if that one's going to be that great.
Surely
Shadow Hoot for Shadow Noctowl. I think some people were saying that looked a little interesting. It's got the 50 energy Shadow Ball, some nice bulk on it. So maybe Shadow Noibat. That one doesn't seem.
Oh, dude,
great.
Shadow Boom Burst. This is about to be awesome. Oh, this is so sick. This is the best part of the event.
I mean, yeah, if you ever get to Shadow Boom Burst.
Yeah, true.
And then I think probably the biggest one is Shadow Rookidee for Shadow Corviknight.
Yeah.
So that one will definitely be interesting because the Shadow allows it to like hit some Sand Attack breakpoints that either the non-Shadow doesn't get or are just easier to get on the Shadow. So that one is definitely going to be worthwhile to hunt and have. I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily a strict upgrade over the regular Corviknight, but more of a side grade that just sort of depends on the matchup spread you're looking for.
I feel like, and this, I think this take might age well. If you're the type of person that doesn't enjoy using Corviknight because like it feels too slow, it feels like, you know, if they shield your move, it's Jova. I feel like if you're that type of player, Shadow Corviknight is going to be an improvement because in so many matchups, you're going to start doing 1 extra damage from each Sand Attack, which is kind of insano.
Right,
especially
yeah,
because
that adds
Dragapult Sim, or Lundberger made a graphic based on Dragapult Simulator's data that was like looking at the Shadow Corviknight breakpoints, and there's like, depending on which IVs you get, you can pick up like 18 kind of important breakpoints. And it's like, holy smokes, this thing's kind of nutty.
Right. Well, and on top of that too, like, I mean, you're going to be doing more damage across the board, right? Like, even your air cutters are going to be doing more damage as well. And, like, air cutters, like, normally such an underwhelming move, so even a little extra damage on air cutter can definitely be nice at times as well. So, again, I still think it's, like, a bit of a side grade for sure, but definitely has a lot of potential, so it's going to be one you're going to want to be hunting the most of these new shadows.
No, second most after Shadow Noibat.
What about Shadow Reshiram?
Well, I guess you hunt that once and once only. But yeah, Shadow Reshiram also exists. Is that is that usable? Is that useful at all?
Like, I mean, Great League wise? Great League wise, it's probably just gonna be a bad Turtonator, if I had to guess. It will have a Dragon Fast move, which is a little different than Turtonator, but it's gonna be like really squishy in Great League.
Yeah,
because like it has a 1600 stat product, which
and that's pre-Shadow.
That's pre-Shadow, exactly. Yeah. So like it's super squishy. So not the most relevant Great League wise, most likely maybe some random limited meta in GBL or something, who knows, it could be fun. But I heard people talking about it more from Master League. I haven't looked at it myself, but people were saying it had some like interesting trade-offs compared to the non-Shadow and Master League. So if Master League's your thing, maybe look at it for that. But that's probably the most utility that it has. And then oh, that's the wrong.
That looks like the entire event. Which, like, it's still awesome. Obviously, you know, remove frustration. This is going to be probably your last opportunity to remove frustration before the World Championships. So if you're playing at Worlds, this is going to be a pretty important time for you to sort of like lock in. You're really going to try and get those rookies just in case you want to run it at Worlds.
You might not have another exactly shot. Right. Which is why, like, it's still frustrating to me that these events are only like a couple days long. Like, we're talking about Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days long. Like, that means you only have 5 days to get a Shadow Corviknight if you think you might want to run that at Worlds.
Also,
like, I don't love that.
It's one of the more annoying ones because it's like, say I'm busy that week, right? Like, say I'm off in middle of nowhere or doing work or whatever. No, like, people can't trade it to me afterwards. It's like, it's a Shadow Pokemon. I literally cannot receive it if I don't personally go out and grind, which is kind of like unfortunate for the World Championships, but like, you know, I get it, right? It just sort of is what it is. it is just unfortunate that post-event grinding Shadow Rooketees is completely irrelevant to Worlds. It's like,
right. Well, I agree. Like, because that's the thing, right? Is obviously you have the increased like grunts during the event, but it's just frustrating that that's the only time you can TM frustration. Like, I really think we need additional opportunities throughout a season to TM frustration. Like, either do multiple rocket events, like either have like, I don't know, 2 rocket events a season, or even 1 per month, or if you're only going to do 1 per season, there needs to be some other times you can TM it. Something that I heard, I don't even remember who suggested it first, but I think is a great idea, is it doesn't completely solve the problem, but I would love for there to be a way that you can TM frustration if you're at a Play Pokemon event, a regional, an IC, or Worlds. Because that way, at a minimum, if you get there on like, Thursday of an IC or Worlds, or like Friday of a regional, you can at least TM it then. It's not perfect, but it would definitely help and let people run those shadows.
I will say that does feel like it would give a solid leg up to spoofers, in that like you can sort of just go to any event any weekend and be like, okay, let's frustration out. Which, like, obviously there's heaps of ways that a spoofer can benefit themselves. This feels like one of the most direct that would really help someone that is spoofing as opposed to someone that isn't. I don't know. Like, say, like, this obviously isn't ever going to happen, right? But say in a single month, in the month of March, on the first weekend of the month, there's an event in South Africa. And on the last weekend of the month there's one in Europe, and one in North America, and one in Latin America, and one in Oceania. Shout out. It's sort of like, okay, if you want to be prepping and whatnot this whole month with your new Shadow Pokemon, you sort of want to show up to the South Africa event so you can remove frustration. And so you just sort of like, someone that spoofs can just sort of head over there and get their Shadow ready. And then it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's that big a deal. Like, it probably helps more than it harms. Like, you can't just never add anything to the game because it would benefit people that are, breaking TOS.
Right. I mean, that's the real thing, right? Is most like positive things added to the game are going to more benefit spoofers and such than non. Like, think about the charge TMs from like spins.
True.
A spoofer could spoof to every single regional and spin stops, and they could have like 10,000 charge TMs or something insane. Like,
must be nice. Dude, it's like, at NAIC, I like barely spun any stops as well. It's like, which happens every event. I never get to spin stops, and because it's like, well, I'm using my phone and I need my phone charge and blah, 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 blah. But
have you ever heard of this great item called the Go Plus? And
no, I have Plus one, but it still like uses my phone charge and stuff,
Then you need a battery pack.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like being a bit more mobile, I guess. Like, Debbie tried to hook up with a spare phone at one of the Aussie events, but like it was pretty slow, so it like sort of didn't work that great.
Wait, but if you want to be mobile, you just get one of the little portable battery packs, you put it in your pocket, you plug it into your phone, and you have your Plus Plus in your pocket, and then you're good to go.
There was one interview at NAIC. I saw a screenshot somewhere, but like you can see the Plus Plus bulge in Caleb's pants. You just see the circle pattern. It's like, oh. Hey, buddy. Now. Speaking of,
where else am I supposed to put it, huh? Yeah. That sometimes though, when I'm interviewing people like for a segment and my pants on the tighter's hat, I just like empty out my pants, put it by the camera. I'm like, I don't want to seem like there's too much in my pockets right now. But wait, what event are you all talking about right now?
We just finished events basically.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the last thing to note though is where did this go? Oh, they said in terms of Shadow Reshiram, they said that Giovanni can only be found at Pokestops starting from this event.
Oh, wait, that is a big change. It doesn't come in a balloon. Where it was always like kind of weird because in the balloon it was also guaranteed. It was like, oh, I've got my Super Rocket Radar. The next balloon will be Giovanni. Why am I ever going to go like looking for like fake grunts and whatever?
Yeah, the decoys are like so frustrating. So that's gonna be
Is it
really
always
annoying.
Frustrating. That's okay,
Is it
but
always Shadow Bellsprout?
frustration during this event.
Caleb, what?
Is it always Shadow Bellsprout?
I think so.
See, people really can't complain about Grasshole and like Shadow Victory Bell being so toxic when that is what NAIC is trying to give us more of. It's the decoys, They're like, hey, take some more Shadow Victory Bell pre-evolutions.
But they're from Team Rocket. They're evil.
Yeah, some can argue the strategy is evil in itself.
That's what's so annoying though, is like if you go like it's just pure RNG, right? You could go around and hit like 6 Giovannis and they're all actually decoys. Like
I will say, like, I don't personally care about it too much. Like, it is nice to have Giovanni and accessibility reasons. Like, for some people, they don't have those Pokestops available, so like I can see that. But like personally speaking, I'm not doing Giovanni stops really ever. Like I bank all my super radars until there's something good that comes out, like the Shadow Giratina. Because I'll put it this way. I got a good Shadow Giratina. It's probably because I had like 6 or 7, like, of those the super radars. And that's pretty much why. Yeah, my spread is kind of insane actually. But yeah, what's the next one again that's coming out?
Reshiram.
I mean, it's not Great League eligible, right?
What do you mean? The Shadow is.
Oh, is it?
It always is. What are you talking about?
Maybe they always are. Yeah, I guess is that relevant for anything?
It's like super squishy. We're saying it's like 1600 stat product, and it's a Shadow.
Is it worth having one?
Yes.
Are you guys all doing it? Well, I feel like Steve doesn't bank any Super Rocket radars, right? Do you bank any?
Nah. I want to get all of the unique just in case. You never know when a move update's about to make it nutty, and then it's like, oh, I don't have a Shadow Reshiram. It's Jova.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I actually might do it just because Reshiram seems like more sensible than like a Shadow like Groudon, right?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think Reshiram is mostly just going to be a bad Turtonator though.
Dude, Turtonator's are already bad too. The amount of people that thought Turtonator was going to be good after all these buff has been given, like Brutal Swing and like I don't know what else. Like I got a bunch of stuff, right? Like in the past year, and like none of it was relevant for it. Like it was barely relevant in the LAIC Cup.
What do you mean it was barely relevant in LAIC? It was really good. Everyone was running at LAIC.
But I think in the actual battles, people weren't running as much. I don't know, maybe. But anyway, that's about it, right? It was just that one cup. Like even Advancing Cup, it's like kind of like underwhelming. But yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for that to be better relevant one day. But it's hard. A dragon that loses all the dragons using a 5-turn move sounds like a bad time.
Yeah, I mean Reshiram at least has the Dragon Breath, but it's like it's so squishy, and it's like your cheapest move is Fusion Flare, so you're getting there like 12-11. Like that's
like
not
a Brutal Swing or something. But then it gets too broken for like Master League.
Yeah, it's like already in a really good spot for Master League, so it probably doesn't need any more love.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Master League, we got Mega Master League this week, along with Sunshine Cup. Dude, is it just me or Sunshine Cup meta kind of is terrible?
I don't know. I haven't even looked at it or played.
It feels like everything's like a little RPS. Mega Master League is really fun, but boy, is it not balanced at times. Okay, I will say this. Mega Mewtwo Y is insane if you don't bring an answer. And I feel like the answers aren't even great. Like a Side Strike resisted does like half of like Zacian's health. It's insane. So, like, even Zacian's not really an answer because if you don't land a Behemoth Blade, you do no damage, right? And, like, I looked at Mewtwo Y. I thought, like, Mewtwo X was, like, bulkier but less attack, right? Okay, it is way less attack, but they have the same exact HP, and Mewtwo Y has actually more defense. So, Mewtwo Y is somehow bulkier and hits harder than X, which is insane. And it has the better typing, just a pure Psychic, right? So, it wins the head-to-head and everything, too. Yeah, if you don't bring like in like a lot of dark types aren't even that great into it too, right? Like yeah, you could bring like Tyranitar, but Tyranitar just loses like all the both primals, like the Gyarados, Mewtwo X. Like it's like one counter from Mewtwo X does like 11% of its HP. Like it like doesn't even like get to a move in time. Like it loses every shielding situation across the board. You have 2 shields and they have 0, and you still lose. Like it's that bad. So. Yeah, I mean, not that Mewtwo X is that common, but I mean, who knows? Once global, like The only good thing about Mega right now is that Global hasn't released yet. Once Global comes out, it's gonna be Mewtwo, Gyarados like supreme everywhere. Like Kyogre is okay, I guess, and Groudon can maybe hit back, but like it's just if you don't land your moves and the pacing of Mewtwo is just so fast.
Right. Yeah, I heard people saying that Kyogre was actually really good with like
It's very
Avalanche
good.
Thunder. Yeah.
Because the waterfall buff happened after the last time we had Mega Master League, so we never saw it in play in Mega Master League. The Avalanche also, I think, happened after that too. So you have a faster like coverage move, and it's so bulky. It hits like a truck. I think like a neutral Avalanche, like almost like I one shots like stuff like Palkia and Reshiram, which is insane.
That's crazy.
Neutral non-stab, yeah.
But it has so much
waterfall
stats.
damage.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Well, and then and I think what's interesting is I think regular Master League most people run like Avalanche Origin Pulse, but I think for Mega Master most people are running Avalanche Thunder.
I've seen some Origin Pulse as well too. I mean, like in Mega as well, but but I've seen Thunder Avalanche in Open as well because you lose the head to head without Thunder.
Oh, for sure. But like the head-to-head is way more common in Mega Master than regular Master.
Absolutely,
Plus, having Thunder for the Mega Gyarados too is handy.
Yeah. So Avalanche or Dialga Origin does about 50%, just under like 49%, but that's not including waterfall damage. Let me see against a Reshiram because that's where it's. Yeah, against a Reshiram it's 52, so I guess it's not as much as I thought, but. I guess like with the waterfall damage added up, like
the waterfall is probably chunk.
Yeah, dude, Palkia Origin does 53%, like just back to back, and you take him out. Like you can't even like win with Spatial Rend. Like I don't know, you win the zeros against Palkia Origin, and if you're ahead on energy or ahead on shields, like I mean that's supposed to be your answer, right? Like that's really one of your answers. But yeah, I don't know. It's a fun meta, but it's also like. Extremely unbalanced at times, which is why like I mean it's it is what it is. But like Rayquaza is also pretty nasty. The Dragon Set I don't think is that relevant for Open Master League, but for Mega Master League, you could like two-shot Zacian with Dragon Scent, which is insane. And you just build a double. I mean it's cheaper than Breaking Swipe even right now, so
yeah. That's cool because I know a lot of people were like, oh, like what was the point of this change? It doesn't do anything. But I think they were only thinking about regular Master and not Mega Master.
Yeah.
Because like regular Rayquaza just has nowhere to go in regular Master, but those extra stats in Mega Master go a long way.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does. It's pretty uncomfortable. But yeah. I mean that's Mega Master League for you. So
are you gonna ask my take?
On GBL? I know
you
were not.
Steve,
Master League.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I think that it's awesome.
Don't you have a Mewtwo?
What is it?
Powered up to level 50.
You don't have the XLs at all? Because you have a hundo, right?
I have the XLs to do it now. As of GoFest, I have enough XLs, but I haven't powered it up.
But
dude, give it a
shot.
shot.
The energy? Do you have the energy?
That's such a great YouTube video. Steve tries Mega Master League for the first time with a broken Pokemon. You know, like
Caleb,
that's like I would watch that.
Caleb, here's the thing, though.
No. I know what you're saying, right?
He needs
watch
3
him playing
Pokemon.
No, I know.
3 Pokemon. He has 1.
Oh,
I
no.
watch him running a Hundo Mewtwo with like a fully powered up Lapras and like a Golisopod and see how he can do, right? I would watch that.
Use Whalmer.
Oh yeah, Whalmer's OP, dude.
Whalelord, you know. Yeah. Whalelord I watched. No. I kid you not. I faced someone that's just like Steve, I think. Because first off, it was like a Mewtwo Y maxed out. I was like, oh, bro, it's my first Mewtwo Y. We'll see how it goes. Guess what I had in the back? They say swap. Flying Water. I'm like, what's Flying Water that they could say swap? It's a regular Gyarados, right? So obviously not the Mega, because it's Mega Mewtwo and also Mega Gyarados Water Dark. It's like, what the heck? This is not going to perform well. Third Pokemon, a Golisopod. Bro, I never felt so relieved to see a Mewtwo user after that, right? I was like, okay, this guy's just, I mean, hey, props to trying out Master League, but I think they realized really quickly that they need more than just a Mewtwo.
Yeah, it's kind of elite.
You don't have anything else you can make besides the Mewtwo? You have to have something, right?
Like, I've got other Hundos, but I don't have the XLs for them.
Not a single one?
Gyarados and Golisopod.
I've got it maxed out.
You can't use Gyarados,
Necrozma
though.
Dawn Wings, I think is what it is.
Yeah, those are pretty bad right now, but you could use it.
It
You
was
could
a
run
Shundo.
ABB. You could run ABB with the Mewtwo, right? Say swap it and have nothing to throw back at the Gyarados.
No, actually, okay, I've got it. I've got 3 maxed out. I think I only have 3 maxed out. So we have run our Mewtwo, we run our Shundo Necrozma, and then we run Slacking.
Wait, which Necrozma? The Dawn Wings?
Yep.
Yeah,
and then we run Slacking. Wait, I have them both maxed out.
You have what? Well,
I have both Necrozmas maxed out. I got Hundos of both.
Can you run both?
No, you can't.
Nah.
I would run, bro. They're both so bad. like Gyarados walls off both of their movesets. You know what do you run? Like freaking Sun Steel Strike, Foul Play can't do that, right? Can't run Moongeist Beam and Dark Pulse. I guess you could run Outrage on the Dawn Wings.
Okay, you convinced me, Caleb. I was going to play Master League till this entire week, but you've now taken me off.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Guess I'm not touching it.
Hey, that's your content. You're not making, not me. You know.
I ran Slacking in Mega Master League.
Slacking is the GOAT! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark!
Dude, you honestly though might be able to win games still because Mewtwo is just that busted that you might not even need the Slacking. I mean,
that's kind of an elite idea.
Honestly, that's actually a pretty smart idea. You just use Slacking to absorb everything. You know?
Because let's be real too, Steve. What are you like rank 5, rank 10?
Okay, it's bad because my Slacking has been in a gym for 16 and a half days. It's stuck. I can't get it. It's over.
Yeah. Wait, you really have nothing else you can make for Master League? Not even Premier? Like not even like a Metagross or a Dragonite? Because those
Dragonite. Dragonite have enough Hexels. I can make a Dragonite.
Yeah, you can make it too, you know. So
I mean, we're making the Mewtwo.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's like a mega contender for later, right? If you want to like use for raids or whatever the heck. I don't know.
Yeah, because Steve does so many raids.
Hey, I did something go fast.
Enough to have the Mewtwo. Wait, does your Mewtwo have the background?
I'd have. Wait, what did I get? I got a shiny max level 3 with the backgrounds, but I don't think I got a hundo with the background. Nah, I didn't.
Oh, okay. And it's hard to get both. I'm jealous though. Mega Mewtwo White, definitely raid if you can. I mean, I think X is like okay. What if they give it a move, right? That might make it more relevant later on. But right now, just counter is just like way too slow. It can still win some matchups though. Like I'd be pretty scared to face it with a Zacian because, you know, you're not going to throw. I mean, you could throw close combat, I guess. No, you shouldn't. Though it's resistant. What am I talking about? Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Hey, by the way, we were recording last episode, right? And like, it's remind me because you were in Chicago and stuff. You were on a boat with Inadequate's Marcho Galde and Swagron, right?
Yeah.
Because we were recording it and we're like, where's Steve at? Because he's in like U.S. time zone now. Like, it can't be that hard for him to join, right? Oh yeah, he was busy, all right. He was
on a boat, man. Come on.
Was that planned, or you all just like were like, hey, let's take a boat together?
No, it was planned. It was.
Wait, how far in advance did you plan a boat trip? It was just like a trip on like the Chicago River, right?
Yeah, it was probably like, I don't know, maybe it was a couple weeks.
Oh, that's actually quite big planning. I didn't realize you all planned that far in advance.
Way to go,
I just thought you all met up and we're like, oh, like let's
no,
because you haven't even met all of them before.
Come on, I've attended these events for a while.
Yeah, but how many events do you and Swagron both attend at, right? Outside of maybe Worlds.
He was at Buenos Aires LAIC when I went 2024.
Okay. Wait. Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense. That was the first time you met him, right?
All right. Well, while we're on the
topic, Worlds Yokohama.
While we're on the topic, Steve, let's get a little Chicago Go Fest recap.
Okay. It was alright. I got a Hundo Zero Aura, and then like a few minutes later, I got a Shundo Shadow Kyogre.
Wait. That's crazy. Yeah, you're lucky.
Wait, why don't you just make the Shadow Kyogre for Master
I don't have the
League?
XLs.
Yeah.
I was like starting to raid them after that, but like there was only so much of GoFest left.
Dude, I'm complaining about how Steve's gonna find out how inaccessible Mewtwo Y is because you have to spend the 7,500 And meanwhile, this guy gets a hundo anyway, so you don't have to spend it. So you don't have to freaking suffer like everyone else.
Tee.
I want to make their max. Yeah.
I'm just chilling, dog. I don't know why you guys struggle with this game so much. It's actually heaps easy. You just tap your phone, man. Like, what are we talking about?
Hop
You
into
know,
the
raids
Go
aren't
Battle League.
skilled. You just spend raid passes and you get hundos. It's that easy.
Yeah. You don't even have to tap. You got people carrying you.
I don't tap. So I let everyone else do it. I'm just chilling. And then I look down at my phone and be like, oh, a reward. Thank you.
You didn't go as a creator, right? You just went to attend.
Yeah. Like I wasn't invited or anything. I was chilling.
Yeah. Well, because I know some, but I don't think a lot of PPers are like creators these days outside like Swagground. But he does a little PvE stuff too. Like, is there any PvP creator these days?
I mean, Debbie's in the thingo, but like she wasn't at GoFest.
Was she invited?
I don't know.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, if she wasn't invited to it, then I feel like it's like they're focusing a lot on PvE. More than
Yeah, I guess it's just the people that were in the like creator meetup thingos, right?
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone that was a PvPer other than Swagground.
Unfortunate.
I know Copenhagen had Galax was one.
Oh,
of
yeah.
those people.
Yeah, but he does graphics for everything, right? Like he PvPs, but like I'm glad he does it because he does a lot for the community. I mean, we use his graphics like every week for the Battlecast podcast, you know. So he does a lot.
Wait, so was you being on stream planned, or was that like a last minute thing?
Oh, okay. So
how did you beat
so the other guy, so I think everyone else was like somewhat pre-planned somehow. I don't know how, but it was like whatever. I was not planned to be on stream at all. But I was just hanging around the PvP area because I was just having a good time. And that's sort of where the people that I knew were most likely to pop up. So it's like we were chilling. And then I was randomly, like, a raid finished. And I got a friendship interaction with Gabby Snyder, who was on the broadcast. And apparently, like, after that, she was like, oh, dude, Steve's here. We should get him on in the tournament thing. I was like, oh, righto. And so then they were recording some bit with the stream where they were doing their first super mega Mewtwo raid, and they wanted like a bunch of the official creators to like stand behind them and whatever on camera, and so you can see them there in the thingo, and then like they just sort of grabbed me because I was 10 meters away, and so they grabbed me, and then Alpha Phoebe was like, oh, they want you for this camera shot, and then he was like, also Gabby mentioned that she wants you in this tournament thing. And I was like, what tournament thing? Actually, you know what? I don't care. I'm in. So I was like, lock me in.
You were grinding anyway, right?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just here to hang out. So I'll do whatever tournament thing. That's fine. And then, so we all go backstage. I mean, backstage, we were on in the open. We were just next to the like broadcast tent, I guess. And like, there's like, it's me, it's Martine, it's Marto Galde, Swagron, Necra's there, Tonton Batus. Like it's a real Alpha Phoebes around, and then I'm sure I'm forgetting someone. Yeah, the Martinoff.
Yeah,
but the EUIC caster pair indeed. But
true.
We were we sort of got told, okay, we're gonna do this King of the Hill thing, and it was like, okay, that's fine, like whatever. I don't really know what King of the Hill means, but Roger that. And so we were all lining up, and they're getting our phones hooked up. And I was like third in line. And so it was like the way it was going to work was like person one battles person two. Whoever wins stays on and keeps going. And then to save on time, they were like, we're just going to go through the line once. So whoever's at the back of the line obviously has a huge advantage because they only have to win one battle. And then they win the whole thing. But I'm like third in line. So I'm like, okay, like GG's, like it is what it is. And I go up to hook my phone up and then it doesn't connect. And I'm like, oh. And so then they're like, look, we'll see what we can sort out. Because I was at this point, I was like, yeah, they sent me to the back of the line, and I was like,
now you have to win one battle.
I was like, hey, that's fine. And I was like, oh dang, like I might not be able to participate in this thing. It's like if my phone just doesn't work, then GG's. Yeah. And then same thing happens to Marto. His phone doesn't work, and it's like, okay. Turns out I think everyone else had Apple, so the Apple just worked fine. The tech guy was a Samsung and his worked, so we couldn't really figure out why ours didn't, but whatever. Marto doesn't go back to the back of the line. He just sort of like jumps back in line where Swagron's standing and they hang out. Yeah. And they end up just giving us like their phones, like tech phones, I guess.
Yeah. And you just log into them.
Yeah. So anyway, now I'm at the back of the queue. They're all like battling away. Tonton Batus is on an absolute tear, just like absolutely crushing battle after battle after battle. And then eventually gets taken out. It's like, okay. And then, we're getting to the end.
Who
and
took
then
him out?
it's who did take him out? Was it Marto? It might have been Marto.
Okay.
And then it gets to the end, and the battle immediately before me is Marto Galde versus Alpha Phoebe. Alpha Phoebe wins. And so then I just have to beat Alpha Phoebe, and I'll win the entire thing. And I run Quagsire, Bastiodon, Wailmer, and I will destroy.
What did he run? Because Bastion seems pretty bad in this meta. So
he ran Tinkerton lead, so I won lead.
Okay.
And then he swapped into Galarian Corsola. So I farmed up some energy and then swapped into Bastiodon. I lose switch. He has Annihilate in the back.
Okay.
And so I lose switch. Bastiodon goes down. And then I bring in like Quagsire, and just because I've got so much energy, I just fire Aquatail after Aquatail after Aquatail. Take down. I take down Annihilate, and then he's just got his Tinkerton left. I take down Corsola. I take down the Corsola, whatever the other guy was.
Annihilate.
The Annihilate, yeah. And then it's just my Wailmer up against his Tinkerton, but I have a 2-0 shield advantage, and so I just scold through, and GG's finish off with Wailmer.
That's crazy.
So it was like, heck yeah, man. So basically, I won
this guy beat Marto Galde. He's thinking like, I'm chilling. It's just PPC left, right?
Okay,
he's going to be running a very normal team, so I'll run a sensible fairy double ghost team. No big deal.
What's even funnier is that like an hour and a half before that, I was queuing up for the battle arena thingo, which I'd never like done before because it hadn't been at any event I was at, and like you have to win 3 in a row and you like win the whole thing. And so I beat Trent, was my first opponent, and I was like, when he was literally standing behind me. I was like, yeah, dude, he was right behind me. I was like, come on, yeah, NA Trent, and I was like, dang, I was hoping to like just roll some scrubs, but now I've got Trent standing behind me. I'm gonna have to face him, whatever. Anyway, I beat him. And then I face another rando, and I beat him. And then my third match. Well, my third match is Alpha Phoebe, and we're like, do you want to do NAIC meta? Because like obviously Phoebe is all trained up, like he's playing at NAIC.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm like, I sort of know what's going on. Like I've played some practice tournaments.
Yeah.
And then I win, and I'm like, nice. And so when we line up for this for the tournament thingo, I'm like. Originally, we agreed that if we played, we would do NAIC meta, and I was like, "Do you want to do NAIC meta?" And he was like, "Nah, let's just do Open Grey League."
You don't want the challenge.
And then I was like, "All right, that's it on overtime," and then I won.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Phoebe's worst nightmare.
So funny, but we did end up like playing later on in the battle arena because like. He still needed to get his wins. They dropped it down to 2 wins instead of 3 because there was like way too many people. And I was just like, look, even if I win, like I'm just gonna throw. But he beat me. He beat me fair and square. So I was like, I think I ran Wailmer again in NAIC meta. But anyway, so I ran off with 200 Thieves hoodies for beating 1 battle, which is that's pretty awesome. And then I tweeted out, I was like, I worked super hard for this tournament.
Well, that's what we were all thinking. We're like sitting there thinking like, what the heck? Like, how did because we saw the group photo. We're like, hold on now. I see like a lot of good players here.
Yeah.
Right? I think the only remember
Caleb, speak for yourself.
Yeah, I think Tristan saw what was going on, to be fair.
Well, you didn't see good players? What do you mean speak for myself? You didn't see the good players?
No, you're like, we were wondering how Steve won. It's like, I knew how Steve won.
No, you did not. Don't give
Tristan
me that.
I did. I literally watched him beat Phoebe. Like you
watched it. Okay, well, I didn't watch it. Yeah,
just in time for that battle. Like I
mean, that's crazy.
The rest of it.
But were you not wondering how he beat everyone else? Because I didn't know you had to beat only one person, right?
No, but I heard them say something about a king of the hill, so I was like, I guess he just like hopped in at the end.
Okay, I'm going to make a YouTube video, like how I won this stacked tournament. So watch out, it's coming.
Well, I think the thing is, usually when I see King of the Hill, like how it's usually done is the person that is winning the most in the King of the Hill spot wins. So like, for example, it's the three of us win King of the Hill, right? We take turns. Whoever wins 5 times when the King of the Hill wins the thing, right? So I figure you would have to still win as much as everyone else to have gotten it.
Well, again, they had a broadcast schedule. In my head, what would have made logical sense was they just get like Tauntaun back, and I have to beat Tauntaun. And then like whoever wins between me and Tauntaun, it's still a shame if I win because like I've won so much less than him. But I guess if you are still taking out the guy that's won heaps, then it's like, okay, whatever. You can be King of the Hill. But anyway, I only had to beat Phoebe and then it was GG's. So
wait, so were you there for one day or multiple days ago, Fest?
I landed in Chicago Sunday at like 8:45 a.m. So then I like Ubered to the hotel to drop my stuff off and was like, GoFest started while I was sort of at the hotel. And then I Ubered into the park and then just chilled. So sort of less than a day, I guess.
Wait, was it parks? Did you have park all day Sunday, or was it just half of the day and then you had city the other half?
Oh yeah, I did have all day thing.
Okay.
So it was the back to back, but yeah. Anyway, I guess I'll probably make that YouTube video like today, tomorrow. Oh no, I need Kaz to make a thumbnail. Maybe I don't. Maybe I get a screenshot from the stream instead. Actually, I think I will just use the photo of me, Speedy, and Gabby. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go Fest.
That's probably the most Steve has played the game in a while.
Real.
That's true. You didn't play any at NAIC.
Dude, I did not spin an NAIC stop until like Sunday. It's like, but yeah, you get that.
Oh, anyway. But yeah. So anyway, dude, I will say one story about GPL. This thing had me tilted.
Oh no!
I told Steve this story.
No! Here he goes. Okay, if you're listening, skip ahead like 12 minutes.
No, it's a good story. Good story.
Okay, I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah, you go pee. I'll tell the story to Tristan and everyone else. So I'm backstage, right? We're doing caster rotations. I think it was like during a break too. It was him at battles going on. And I'm queuing. I'm playing Ultra League. I'm running a Corviknight, Dondozo, Licky in the back, right? Lead into some guy running Seismic Toad. Corviknight beats it, but it's like pretty like long battle, especially when I'm constantly getting debuffed from the Icy Wind. So they're debuffing me, whatever. I come in Licky when I know they're in Body Slam range, and I throw the Body Slam right away to KO them before they could get an Icy Wind or a Earth Power off. Because the guy threw the Icy Wind right away against my Corviknight. So he had no residual energy. Catches it on a Ranguru. I was like, huh, okay. Don't see a Ranguru very often, but like, and this guy's also running Seismic, so like, props. We're just battling out Licky versus Ranguru. Eventually, on the last brutal swing, I catch it on my Corviknight. So I save my Licky. And then he comes in Shadow Cancel Ninetales, farms me down, and then I take him out with the Dondozo. I win the game, right? Fairly RPS, I would say, right? Like, I win the lead, I win the back end. The mid match is like pretty close. And he didn't really have a great answer to Dondozo for what it's worth, especially when the Ranguru's out of the picture. I queue back again. Insta-queue, right? Insta-queue, lock in. I face a Seismic Toad in the lead again. I was like, huh, all right. I mean, I know how to play this out. I go for the same play. I go for a Licky. Catches a Body Slam right when I get to it. I was like, whoa, what? Tell me what the odds are of this catching it on a Ranguru of all things. Catches on a Ranguru. I was like, whoa, what are the odds of this? There's no way it's the same player because I insta-queued, right? I go for a brutal swing catch. I end up catching it again. Like, it's like deja vu. I'm legit like, and I forgot to screen record the first one. I was screen second one. I'm talking to Butters, right? He's sitting with me backstage. I'm like, Butters, what are the odds of this, right? Guess what the third Pokemon is? Shadow Cancel Ninetales comes in, right? Plays it a little bit differently in the back end of my last game, but I was like, wow, is this like some YouTuber came with this team? Like, what are the odds? Like, even then, what are the odds I face it back to back? Check my journal. The same guy. I've never seen this where he insta-queue right away. I've queued in the same person, maybe in the same set, but I'm winning queue times for like 30, 40 minutes, right? Insta-queuing the same guy. So I was like, wow. Well, I beat him again. So I'm telling Butters, like, man, I'm cooking this guy, right? And, I'm a good time and stuff. I do a Zekrom raid. I'm just chatting with Butters. 10 minutes later, I queue for another third battle in Ultra League. This is my third battle of the set, too, by the way. Insta-queue again. And this time I look at the name. I'm like, bro, it's the same guy that just beat twice. And this is where it really pissed me off, but I respect it because it's not like he was stream sniping. I wasn't streaming this. He runs Registeel in the lead. Zap Cannon, right? I got Corviknight, Dondozo, Leaky Leaky. I don't have a Registeel counter, right? To begin with, even if they don't have Zap Cannon. I'm like, oh, bro. So I had to shield Zap Cannon. I eventually swap Leaky Leaky. He throws Flash Cannon. So I'm like, all right, he's running Flash Cannon, Zap Cannon. Understandable. Then comes in low kick Chestnuts. I didn't even know Chestnut learns low kick. Low kick Chestnut throws a Frenzy Plant, takes me out. I'm trying to farm him down Corviknight. I'm like, all right, like low kick superpower Frenzy Plant, no big deal. Right? I could get some energy here. Like I have play. Starts throwing Thunder Punch because he knew that I had the Corviknight still and I was going to bring it in, right? So that's why he didn't run a Virizion, which would be more sensible. No one runs Chestnut in Ultra League, right? You would just run Virizion. But he runs Chestnut for the low kick cover, for the Thunder Punch coverage. I was like, bro, I'm getting sniped, right? And then I bring in the Dondozo and he brings a Shadow Dragonite. I just lose, right? Thunder Punch. I was still tilted because I was like, man, I could have been undefeated this set, right? I was like, I was about to get my elo reveal. It's gonna be really high if I didn't lose that one. So I'm like super peeved. I was like, I don't even know how this is possible, right? Insta-Q into Insta-Q into Insta-Q. Like I get it, it's Ultra League and most people play NAIC meta, but like there's gotta be more than just me and one guy playing this, right? And then so I'm like, two could play that game. I'm running like Skelders in League because like his team made no sense. Your ABA weak to fire, like you just don't do anything, right? But anyway, I run Skelders in the lead, add some other like shenanigans like RPS in the back. I think I had like a Clefable as my third for his Dragonite. You know, I planned it all out. Of course, I run to someone that's Como in the lead, and I'm being with Como because like I'm trying to snipe this guy and I couldn't get it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder how many battles he lost in that like period of time that you were doing the raid and like not GBL, and he's like queuing up trying to snipe you, and he's just getting probably cooked by like regular
I don't know.
teams.
If it was just me and him, maybe no one. I don't know. Maybe during the time he was trying to change his moveset and get his low kick Chestnut ready. I don't know. The fact that we insta-queued and still match up with each other is insane. But he did it because he's like, I'm not losing this guy 3 times in a row in the same team, right? Because there's no way he just can't beat that team that I ran. Oh, man. I was tilted. I was thinking about making a YouTube short out of it because I did record the second and third game. I didn't record the first one, but I have screenshots of him in my journal, though. But, hey, props. I was tilted, though. I think that's probably why I lost my voice. I was, like, yelling in the backstage. Like, Butterskeet, look at this guy. Freaking dirty cheater. But he's not even cheating. He just, honestly, I respect it. It's really clever. It's just like, it's crazy that he made a team just a low kick Chestnut Thunder Punch, low Chestnut, just to snipe me of all people.
And then he comes on to like swap into casting rotation and he retells that entire story again.
Yes, I did.
And me and Simon are sitting there
like, you won't believe what happened backstage. And you're like, well, what happened? It's like, bro, let me tell you about this GBL match.
And then like Butters is standing there like, oh, I have to hear this again. He won't stop talking about it. And then we come like, oh, later on. And then it must have been, I don't know if it was that night or the night
record after. The first game because that could have been so funny.
He regales this entire story to like Kaz again. I'm like, here we go again. This is like retelling 4 from Caleb. This is actually no, it's going to be so much more than 4. He's definitely told this to people outside of places that I've been.
Listen,
how many times have you told people?
I don't know, but I just told it to a lot of people on the podcast, right? That's all that matters. This is their first time, right?
That's true.
I'm a man of many stories, yeah, or maybe man of the same.
Or just
story.
one story.
You're a man of one story many times. That's a big difference.
Yeah. Anyway, that was what happened backstage at NAIC.
All right. So what else happened at NAIC? Yeah,
let's talk about it. Well, let's have Steve start because it's your first international day you've worked, first official broadcast that you worked too. But how was it?
Dude, it was awesome. I had a great time. It was like you don't know what to expect when you've never seen a regional backstage, let alone like how an IC works. Right. And truth be told, it is a little bit different than the Oceania streams. Just a touch.
Wait, you mean there's not one Steve running around frantically doing everything backstage?
Yeah, kind of crazy on that front. I don't know what that's about. But I was sort of telling this to Speedy's chief before it all started. I was like, I'm not gonna know what to do with myself because like usually in Oceania, like I'm using 60% brain power on the cast and then like 40% on like making sure everything else is chill. And so I'm like, what am I going to do with that 40%? And it was like, just focus more on the cast, I guess. So like I felt like it went well. And Soph made it easy as well. My co-commentator, she's sort of like, I don't know. I wasn't like, if you think about people that Soph has been paired with in the past, because like, I went back and watched some of her other casts. Like, like she's with Speedy one time, and he's obviously very good at sort of running the host role sort of vibe, where he's sort of like moving things along a lot and sort of throwing Soph a lot of what am I thinking of in basketball when you like I don't know, she's giving us some he's a alley oops. But like, so I sort of gave her nothing. I was just like, Soph, I'm gonna be floating over here. You deal. She did awesome. She like whenever I stopped, she was ready to go. So like, she was heaps impressive. It was like, dang, she's like real good at this. But I don't know. It's
almost like she's done it before or something.
Yeah, kind of crazy, Yeah. But I don't know. It was just a good time. I had a great time. I don't know what to. This is also one of those bits that I haven't thought about. In like, obviously, there's some bits of the behind the scenes that like shouldn't really be talking about it in public, right? Like, it's not really. So I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Wait, say what in public?
Well, like, I'm sure there's like random little details and whatnot that are like, I don't know.
Oh, like that we're not supposed to mention? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, use your discretion. I can always edit anything out if it's like anything too crazy.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. Wait, was there anything in particular you wanted to mention?
No, nothing came to mind. I was just like,
okay. You'd be like, I can't really think of anything to break NDA with, but if I do, I'll say it.
I don't know. Usually, I'm just careful with how I talk about like behind the scenesy stuff, I guess. But like, I don't know. It was kind of. This is also my first, because this is my first official stream. It was the first like pre-recording day. And so it was like kind of just hanging, recording segments and stuff. I don't think any of them got used, to be fair. But the cast is like, people kept telling me all weekend, like on the production side or the casting side, like, dude, it's not usually this smooth. And I was like,
I don't know if you remember last year NAIC, but there was Io Mero versus Ramberto. I think that match itself went on for like an hour and a half because they like two separate times. And I think that was like a hardware issue too. It wasn't like, because Wi-Fi I think in the menu was fine, but it was Martine and Wholesome that was casting that one, and I felt really bad because me and Soph were just backstage like sitting there, like I was like nodding off. I'm like, bro, they're still on the same match. They showed like 3 different segments at least, and they're vamping on top of it.
Yeah.
And I remember because they only did, that was their second match, and usually it's 3 matches and you rotate. So me and Soph started heading over backstage, and we're like, okay, like we can relieve them, right? Like, cause they probably really need a break. Even like they're probably not mad about not casting a third. And then we're ready to relieve you all. And so like, I think like it was a Wholesome or Inadequates were like messaging production, like, hey, are we good to go? Right? And they're like, oh no, you still have another match. And me and Soph are like, really? I was like, I mean, I'll keep taking a break if you want, but like, I feel
really gonna make them do another one.
Yeah, I mean, I think like in fairness, some people don't want to feel like they missed out on matches, right? Like they want to get their like, not like money's worth, but like, like it's fun to do, right? Like no one this is casting because it's like no one's like, oh, I can't wait to not cast anymore because it's work. Like that's the fun part about the job, right? Even though it's a work. I think most people want to cast the amount of matches they're allocated to, right? And like, I think like if Martine and Wholesome wanted to, that's fine. To be honest, I'm not sure if they want to or not. But I think production was like, hey, no, don't cut out of their like thing, or like, it's part of the schedule too, so it shouldn't really like if me and Soph cast that one, then maybe it throws the whole schedule off because then now there's like an extra one later. So I get it. But it was smooth this year. Like there was like very, very minimal disputes, which was kind of nice.
Yeah.
The only one I remember is the Padma and Beelzebub one.
Yeah.
And that's basically because I was casting it. But like there might have been others when you all were casting, but it didn't really seem like that much. There was like small ones.
I think there was only one the entire time me and Soph were casting, and it didn't take ages to sort out. Like that's the entire tournament. It was like one.
Yeah, because I'll say too, like obviously I was spectating all weekend, so I was mostly just watching the matches, and like I don't remember seeing many disputes on stream. Like talking to like competitors, like I didn't really hear anyone talking about like having disputes on the floor really even.
Yeah, neither.
And like talking to like the judges too, like they were saying it was like the smoothest NAIC from their end as well. Like everything just went really well in general. Like not really many problems. Like things just ran well, went smooth, like went good. Like everyone had a good experience. Like just really smooth, good, solid tournament across the board. It's the vibe I got.
Yeah. Which, hey, I'll take it. It's pretty good. But also having 3 caster pairs made it like heaps easy as well.
Because last NIC was only 2.
Yeah.
I think was EYC 3 caster pairs.
EYC was 6 casters.
It was what? It was Amanda, Will, Martine. What was the other one?
Was Leo casting?
Host, but that's it.
Wasn't
maybe Leo and is he with Free?
Wait, was Leo?
No, I think Leo cast LIC with Rise.
Oh, you're right. Leo didn't cast. Yeah, I think it was.
I think just Free as
the host. Yeah.
No,
we didn't have a host for this one, so it makes sense.
I swear.
To be fair, this is the first time we've had an IC where there's.
It was Free. He was there.
Yeah, but he was a host. He was a host. He was.
host.
He wasn't part of the. Like I think he rotated in like the first stage just to help out, but like he wasn't a rotating pair. Yeah.
Gotcha.
This is technically the first time that Go has had an IC that has 3 caster pairs. We've had it for Worlds for the past 2 years, 3 caster pairs, but not for ICs. The other games
that's really wanted to fit me in. That's so nice.
Yeah, true. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I don't mind it. You know, saves are like I didn't really. Okay, I lost my voice like the first day. That's because the night before.
Yeah, Caleb lost his voice before the tournament started.
That's because the 2 reasons why the night before is we were all getting like dinner, right? All the Go casters, and we're talking about something that had me heated, right? I wasn't like yelling at the Go casters, but I was like, I won't say what, right? It's not NDA, but it's just private conversations. But I was heated about something, right? I think you all understood why I was heated. It wasn't like, and I was like grilling for you all too. I mean, I don't mind, right? Yeah, they were eating. Wait, were you there? You were there, right?
I can't.
Oh, no,
I don't think I was.
There.
I was with Henry.
You weren't there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Me and Henry got an early night dinner, and then we called it at like 7.
Wait, why didn't you join us? Yeah, it was me, Soph, Elam joined us, Martine, and Butters. Oh yeah, you guys weren't even there.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, we went to some like Japanese Korean grill place, and like I just got appetizers, so I was like kind of full from earlier. But I was just like, they all got grills, and like after a while, I was like, let me grill for you all, right? And they're just like sitting back and enjoying, because like Butters don't really know how to grill and stuff. I was like, yeah, I don't mind. But we were talking about some stuff that got me heated, and then after that, they all went to sleep. I'm just like, Zoinks won the Unite cast. He invited all of the casters to play some like deception game. It was like a mix between like Mafia and Werewolf. If you all know this game, it's like a deception like card game kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. It's called Clock Tower. But it was him, the Unite casters, and then one of the TG casters, Alex Dow, and his wife. And we're playing in the hotel bar, so it's already loud. And then we're yelling, and like the Unite casters are loud, right? You got like Spraggles and Dupe Snacks sitting next to me, like yelling, and I'm like yelling at them back and everything. It was a fun time though. But then I was like, oh shoot, I cast tomorrow. So my voice was a little hoarse on Friday, but I think it got progressively better actually as the weekend went on. Like by grand finals, I was feeling good.
Yeah.
Those battles are so fast. Well, your winners finals and losers finals was 2 best of 5s, and it ended in like 6 games, right? Like the 3-0s definitely sped it up, but but also like the players didn't take a long time to lock in. I feel like Torian and PsyRhino were both stupid fast. My guess is Steiner was also pretty fast too, but like we're like not even done with the replay, and then they're already starting the next round. Like, oh, here we go. It's already like we've already seen the lead, right? Like, but that was the quickest grand finals, and it went to 5 games.
Yeah, I didn't love that it was only grand finals on Sunday.
Nah, I get it, right? Because last year was a mess.
It was
like last
so
year,
bad. Yeah,
and winners finals and losers finals and grand finals, and like went to game 5s, and there was heaps of lag and stuff. Yeah, it was like it easily set the schedule behind. So like I kind of get it.
Because the VG players really suffered. Because like some of the players, like I think their flights were like going to take off.
Yeah.
They had to like change things around because there's like 2 Italian players. I think they're flying out that night because it's like, well, one, what are the chances to make championship Sunday? 2, even if they do, it should probably be over by then. But it wasn't, right? And I remember they're handing out like Team Rocket like card packs to people in the audience to help them stay for the end of the event. That was bad. But this year we actually ended early because they're like, I remember because
crazy
early. Was like, yo, VG casters like you all need to show up an hour before your call time because we're ahead of schedule.
Yeah, dude. Like Henry showed up
for not letting the bracket reset.
I think Henry's call time was like 10 a.m. and at 9:40 he like walks in. And it's like a scramble because, like, dude, Unite is up 2-0. If they win the next game, like, you're on.
Yeah, he still has to go through makeup and everything. Yeah.
And, like, luckily, I think Unite did actually go a couple more games. So, like, it wasn't as much of a rush as it could have been. But, like, they had, like, 3 people working on him in the makeup chair. Just like, we didn't rush this guy. And, like, because I was sitting there getting makeup at the time because I was like, no one else is around. And they were like, I guess we can do yours now if you want. I was like, yeah, that's chill. And he walked in, like, and it was all rush frenzy. And I was like, dude, I can, like, pause mine. Like, get him in this chair. And she's like, no. There's 3 others that can help you. I'm like, right, whatever. Because I did not need makeup that day at all. I was not, I did not show up on camera. So it was like,
yeah, you did. I saw a picture.
That's true. I showed up on the audience shots multiple times. Yeah, no, that was just an in cases. But like, I was like, my makeup is not important, man. Just focus on that Henry guy. But
wait, where did you find that picture from?
It's on the Play Pokemon Instagram. They posted like reels of like the event. So there's actually that shot, and there's a shot where like PsyRhino is actually won, and everyone's like standing up and applauding, and we're there as well. But just famous, I guess.
Yeah,
but also,
anyway.
I only learned this weekend that you guys do not get hair and makeup for regionals. I just assumed that it happened every time.
Yeah. No, it's just ICs and Worlds, yeah, which makes sense. Smaller budget and stuff, like like a lot of I think all the women still do their own makeup for regionals, but like for the men, I don't think any of the men do any makeup for. It's just look, if you thought we looked beautiful at the regionals, that's just all natural, it's all natural.
Believe it or not, it's the exact same in Oceania.
I believe it. I believe
no
it.
way.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that some of you guys are wearing shorts under the casting desk. Part of me thinks that the makeup budget is probably not there, but yeah.
What do you mean shorts and makeup? That's a deadly combo.
That is a deadly combo.
You're telling me. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, should we talk about results because we don't really talk about the results at all.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if you guys know this, but the LA locals are pretty damn good.
I think I have to go. Hey, I don't know if you guys know this, but Shadow Kingdra is really good in the NAIC.
Okay,
and it's totally gonna win.
That though is a more symptom of who used it. It's not my fault. None of the good players knew that Shadow Kingdra tech. And that's why Shadow Samurai is so good.
Oh, dang. Hey. Shout out to like Haydonis Actual, Jiraka.
That was good.
Shadow Kingdra.
Jiraka ran the Shadow Kingdra because I kept talking about it on the card right there. Right? But no, I legitimately, what does it lose to besides the fairies?
Caleb, you know what, Caleb?
Nothing.
You know who made day 2 and got pretty far? Andy. You were talking Andy's ear off about the Shadow Kingdra tech, and he said, "No, that's not the sauce. I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid."
But if Andy ran the Shadow Kingdra, he still makes day 2. That's my thought.
Okay,
you know what, Caleb, you should have competed and run the Shadow Kingdra. And
I would have. If I competed, I would have. Absolutely. And I probably would have got 128th place, but I still would have ran the Shadow Kingdra.
Okay.
Anyway.
So there were 2 Shadow Kingdra in the top 64.
Who were they?
It was the Dana Dame at 49th and Maroon V at 33rd. Meanwhile, Walmer also had 2 in the top 64.
He almost beat your goat, Ash and Ash, Maroon V. The one game he won, he brought the Kingdra. If he just brought it all 3 games, he could have 3-0'd him,
But Walmer had a 33rd and then 9th from Youngster Brain. Walmer's goated.
Youngster Brain was insane.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know how many people know him, but he runs Battle Frontier. He's the guy that took over Greg. So, yeah, he's been a patron of mine actually for years. Actually, I've known him for a while. Yeah, crazy enough, his real name is not Brain; it's Brian.
What?
Crazy,
Also,
right?
No shot,
also,
Crazy, right?
You know what
It's
has
like
more.
Lyle's real name isn't Lyle. It's Kyle. It's Kyle, right? I think it's Kyle.
It's Jeff's the
Also,
third.
also, Swanna had more top placements than Shadow Kingdra.
Okay, Swanna even shocked me a little bit about like how good it was running. It was,
yeah, it's Kyle Jeffs. Yeah. Kyle
Swanna
Jeffs'
had
name.
4 in top 64, 2 in the top 16,
Including a 5th place placement.
Yeah, top 6 with Swanna.
I don't know though. I wasn't really convinced by Swan. I honestly wasn't even that convinced by Pidgeot. Like it's good, but it felt like, dude, the thing that looked disgusting was the Shadow Samrods. It's insane. That thing looked so good for both Torian and PsyRhino. Like it just looked like the better version of Dewott. Like I get why people ran Dewott, but like this you don't even have to go Megahorn in the water head to heads. You just
you just throw Hydro Cannon.
Yeah, because no one's running.
Yeah,
Kingdra.
it was.
See, if you ever ran Kingdra, you couldn't bait with that, right? But no one's running Kingdra, so the single resistant Hydro Cannon is not that. It's good enough.
Okay,
yeah,
pal.
it was interesting because like if you look at like this, I feel like the story of day 2 was Dewott, and like most of the top places, people were running Dewott besides the top 2.
Yeah,
was really interesting, and it's like the Dewott's better in that head to head, but the Shadow Samurott is just so much better into like the wheezing and like the Pidgeot too. Like if PsyRhino had a Dewott instead of a Samurott, I don't think he wins grand finals because Dewott just doesn't do as well into the Pidgeot at all. Versus like he was able to get energy with on his Samurott and just threaten shields or tons of damage with the Hydro Cannon. So like it's a very interesting trade-off between the two. Because the Dewott has that bulk and the pacing, but the Samurott just chunks everything.
Yeah, it's something. It is something. And also the one-turn moves too. Okay, I don't know what your takes are on this, but I feel like this is unrelated to this stuff, but I heard a lot of people say this, especially like Home Size Henry and a lot of people that GPL a lot and PP a lot, is that they don't like how the new like PP system, like the refractor system, whatever, is going to be prioritizing fast attack damage. Or sorry, charge attack damage over fast attack damage. Because for instance, like
snipe.
Well, not necessarily even that. It's just getting moves off. Like this will benefit Pokemon that are spammier, right? And it will disadvantage longer term fast attack duration. I think I saw ZZY was talking about this too, and he didn't like it as well. And Desync, I think, talked about it. I don't know. I saw some comments on Twitter about it because it adds more value into spammy charge attacks and shorter term duration moves, right? Well, maybe not even necessarily short term duration moves, but I think like long term duration moves tend to be a little bit slower charging anyway, right? So like things like Talonflame will be even harder to use in the new PP system because you always get that DRE, right? You always get that move off. Whereas like, I feel like, you know, how many times was it cool that like a Samurai was able to just Fear Cutter down something before they got to a move, right? And the new system, it just, I don't know if it's just me, right? And I was talking to Henry about this too. I was asking him like what his thoughts were on this. Like, is it just because we're so used to this being how it is that if you guarantee DRE every time, where you guarantee the move coming off when you're supposed to feint on the turn you throw it, like it doesn't feel like it doesn't make any sense, like logically, right? It almost feels like it shouldn't go that way, even if it's consistent. I think majority of people want it to be consistent either way, but like
I think it's
one
just
or the
what
other
we're
feels
used
weird.
because it's like I don't know the number of times like when you're actually playing and it's like you have the energy and you're clicking on the move and you like die with it, like that feels from a player perspective like a little weird, I think. So I can understand flipping it as well, but I definitely do agree like that the longer turn duration moves are going to be even harder to use because like I played Preview Cup like during the last GBL season a decent bit down the stretch, and it was so easy to play around like Incinerate users because it's like I was even running like a Volt Switch Fortress, and it's like if I catch an Incinerate user in the lead, I can throw a Volt Switch and damage transfer the Incinerate onto like a water type, right? Or you can do like, I mean, I don't think it's good or bad. It's just is what it is. Like it makes Incinerate worse, which is it's already clunky, so maybe that's not ideal. But like I feel like it does allow for like some more skill expression plays, right? Because you can do a 4-turn move and damage transfer, or you can do like two turn moves and then throw the charge move, right? Like it adds some more strategy and good gameplay there. But yeah, it does.
It does if you're on a shorter turn duration move. I think what it does is it moves too much power further to shorter turn duration moves. Like it's already better to run a short turn duration move. Like give you the option if there's the same efficiency, same damage efficiency and everything, 5-turn move or 1-turn move, you choose 1-turn move every time, right? 2-turn move or 4-turn move, you choose a 2-turn move every time. It's
Yeah.
So there's already just two main disadvantages to running long-term duration moves. So to take more of their power away and give it to shorter term duration users, I think is like going to heavily skew. I mean, look, for what it's worth, like I'm not like a big Incinerate Confusion lover either, right? But like I think like for meta balance purposes, like it's going to make these long-term duration moves even harder to use. Like I think like Gust and stuff, right, will be even harder to use, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I think also the thing I really dislike is that the charge attack priority takes priority first. So one big example of this is you're running Aegis Slash, and let's say you throw 2 Cycle Cuts, then throw your Shadow Ball into a Talonflame, right? That Incinerate coming through if you're in shield form, and then once you go to blade form when you throw the Shadow Ball, that Incinerate that's coming through when you throw in the Shadow Ball is registering onto a blade form, not a shield form. That like doesn't even logically seem to make sense to me. Because the Shadow Ball hasn't even come through yet, and the Incinerate has, but somehow it's going to go onto the form you are after the charge attack. Like it like even feels funky because I played a lot of the preview cup when I was trying to hit Legend last season, right? And I was playing a lot of Aegis Slash. It just felt really weird, you know? I don't know. Anyway, I don't even know how we got this topic, but it's just something I was thinking about when we're watching like NAIC and like who knows when this update's coming because we're 2.5 seasons of interlude season into it already, right?
Okay. As a broadcast counterpoint, though, I feel like you can extract just as much excitement from, oh my gosh, he just got to the charge move. You know, like I feel like it can go both ways.
Sure. No. I think from I think from a broadcast entertainment standpoint, completely different story, right? Yeah, I'm thinking purely from like a competitive gameplay perspective, and I think like it makes longer term duration moves feel even worse to play. It's just kind of
right? Definitely,
definitely. You know, and I think like we don't need to give more power. Like I'm not asking for like 5-turn moves to have crazy fast attack pressure or anything like that, but like it's already really hard to play those kind of Pokemon, and I think it's just going to make it harder. But I don't know. At this rate, we might not even have it before Worlds, so you know we'll see what happens. But like I think I wouldn't be surprised if we do release this, and once people play it enough, especially in the competitive sphere, that there'll be some top players that complain about it. Which again, people complain either way, so like maybe that's not that much of a standout. But I think because it's not really regularly a thing yet, so people haven't really noticed it. And again, I think the most important thing is consistency is the most important. If it's just consistently one or the other, I think that's the most important. But I think in hindsight, the more I look at, the more I play like the preview cup and everything, and more other top players play like Henry, like Martin, and stuff like that. Because we had discussion about this in NAIC backstage. Like it feels like, yeah, it's not really it's almost like we prefer the old system still in the order of operations, I guess, and that kind of stuff. But it's nice though. Some things like damage transfer that makes sense to me. Damage transferring, like throw 2 mud shots and swapping out on a 5-turn Incinerate. The Incinerate in my mind should land onto the new Pokemon, not the old one, right? But yeah. Anyway. NAIC though, PsyRhino, big congrats to him. For those who did not tune in, that was his second ever top cut. Insane.
And his first top cut was like a month ago.
Yeah, literally a month ago in LA. Yeah, and he's been playing Grassers forever. Like I was talking to one of my friends. You probably maybe remember her, Rebecca, but she used to GBL and stuff a lot and play some Grassers. She stopped like, sometime like after COVID. But she was watching. She's like, oh, I remember PsyRhino. I was like, yeah, you remember him back in like 2020. Dude, that kid was 13 years old at the time.
Yeah, I think they were saying he was like 11 or something when he started playing the game. It was the interview with his dad was like so touching.
Yeah. No, his dad is so cool.
Well, because his dad was talking about how like, oh, like, you know, we like took him everywhere, like our whole family got into it because of him and stuff. Like it was such a cool story. And I know I'm not like really summing it up very well or doing it justice, but like it was such a sweet interview to hear the story of PsyRhino and really their family as a whole.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would say like PsyRhino just played so well throughout the whole weekend. I think, in my opinion, like PsyRhino and Jello Too Good were like my two big standout players. I thought they both just played phenomenally all weekend long.
Yeah.
Well, again, this is all like in context, right? Like we're going into day number 2 with on the winners side of the bracket, we had like Beelzeboy, Axon, Padaman, Ilum, Ash and Ash. I'm sure that I'm forgetting a Nighttime Clasher. Like it was such an insanely like who's who of a winners bracket, and then like one by one they were just like all falling to like like you'd call them the underdogs, I suppose.
I would say the underdogs. Like Cyber and Tornio are definitely underdogs. You know, like
Steiner as well was around.
Oh yeah, like, I was going to say Steiner's an underdog. I was like, what? No,
there's another one that was in the winners bracket as well.
In my mind, I think Steiner's the best player from LATAM this year. Like significantly, like 2 top 4s at ICs.
Easily, dude. Like there's not even a contest
2
this year.
regionals and the 2 top 4s at ICs is insane. You know. He didn't even play LAIC. He only played the 2 he played. He got top. Like that's insane.
Dude, let me read out Steiner's entire season: top 8 in Monterrey, 1st in Pittsburgh, top 6 in Belo Horizonte, 4th at EUIC, top 16 Curitiba, and then 3rd in Orlando, 1st in Campinas, 3rd at NAIC. It's like he had one performance that wasn't in the top 8, and it was still a top 16. It's like
that's crazy. That's insane.
And that's 4th place at EUIC and 3rd at NAIC. Like it's just, bruh.
Yeah.
And then like back to Rhino though, like his day 1 run was tough too. Like he beat Pocket, Silent Beast, and Shira on day 1.
Yeah.
And then he comes in day 2, he beats Ilum, Jello Too Good, who I was saying was one of my other standout performers of the weekend, Pato Man, and then beats Torian twice. Like that's not an easy run by any means either. Like he played some of the best players, period.
Yeah. Well, this doesn't always happen because of the the way that losers brackets run and stuff. But PsyRhino had the most match wins out of anyone in the entire tournament, which is kind of crazy. Like, and he stayed on the winners side the entire time. Usually that happens like someone's gone on a losers run and they've like picked up some wins along the way. But like, there's literally no one in the whole tournament that matches him, which is kind of wild.
And I think he was also tied for the most game wins as well.
Yeah, you're right. Freaka.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild. Which I guess just means like Freaka won more when they lost, right?
Yeah, Freaka won.
Like they 1-2'd both times, and so that made it up for it.
Yeah. What do you all think of the meta compared to 3 IC metas? I feel like, in my mind, EUIC was number 1 meta-wise.
EUIC, really?
I think so, because EUIC, like, you can safe swap anything and like everything's fine. This meta, like there were some situations where you're like, bro, 2 shield, like Grumpig and 2 shield Duat, it's cooked, right? I think that's how Jello Too Good lost his 3rd game, right? Like, why is the graphic Duat so weird? It's like just his head.
Yeah,
on the
the centering on a few of the Dracos.
Centering doesn't even look like it's centered. That's
what I mean. Like it's not,
yeah.
Or like just like I think there was a few others besides Duat even that like looked really funky.
Yeah. But anyway, I think UIC meta looked really good. Yeah. I mean, I didn't play as much personally, but like looking at it, especially the tournament meta, it was like nothing. Like you could safe swap anything. Alignment didn't matter at all. In this tournament, it felt like alignment actually mattered a bit. Not a ton, but a bit. At times, it felt like they can't come back from this one as long as they play it well and they don't over shield when they don't need to. Right?
Yeah. I don't know. I this is totally biased, but like EUIC is the meta that I didn't enjoy the most. I really enjoyed playing the LAIC meta, even though it's like, I think from a broadcast perspective, it's the most boring of the lot.
Yeah, I think some of it depends on like how you define a good meta, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And like, because I think all of them were good for slightly different reasons, and all of them had complaints for different reasons.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the biggest complaint about the LAIC meta is that it was so narrow,
Yeah.
right? There's such a small pool of Pokemon. That was the biggest
Yeah.
complaint about it. But like the battles in that one, I think were the most dynamic.
The LIC one, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because this is not the first time I heard you say that. So you would rank LAIC first?
In terms of like just like in terms of like pure gameplay, probably.
Yeah.
UIC, I think all the metas were like decently dynamic. UIC, I think some of the bigger complaints was like the bait calls on Kingdra, I know, were very frustrating for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because that's a huge 50-50 Swift versus Outrage that can like
Fair.
really flip the battle, right?
Yeah.
And then not everyone like loved the sort of like fast move pressure ramp up of like the Shadow Beedrill with like the Fell Stinger.
Okay, fair.
So like again, those were the complaints about the meta, but I thought that meta was also good, and that meta was definitely like had a little more diversity than the LAIC, and then like the NAIC meta was definitely the most diverse.
Yeah.
With still like a lot of like dynamic gameplay. Again, there were some matchups you couldn't come back from, like you said, like a Grumpig into a Fury Cutter user. There's a few things like that.
But there was always play, right? Like it was never. I feel like in EIC there were more matchups that you just got like completely stuck, and it was like, okay,
really, like what?
Let me pull up the.
I guess it depends on it depends on some of the Pokemon you bring. I think like most people that actually did well at USC brought really flexible options, whereas like I think like for example, what was that bug?
Spidops?
Yeah, I think Spidops felt a little inflexible in certain matchups, right? But most people just brought Beedrill, and Beedrill was way more flexible, right?
Well, if Beedrill was more flexible into what the end of the top meta ended up being, I think. But it was like, because Beedrill was running mono bug moves, right? It was just that like things like Dragalge just dropped out, right? If Dragalge was more popular, which some people still ran it early in the tournament, it just didn't convert, right? Some of those matchups, it's a little less flexible. But yeah, like if you're running Beedrill into like, even things like Licky Licky where it tends to lose, like there was still a ton of play there.
Yeah.
I think it might have, like, I'm just looking at the usage now, and I feel like, one, there were just so many times when, like, a move would get caught on something that was, like, useless. Like, it would just completely nullify, which is, like, sometimes exciting for broadcast, but it's just like okay,
a Shadow Ball catch or something.
Onto Licky Lickies.
Well,
Licky Lickies kind of boring to me. I don't know. It's just not it was never an exciting Pokemon to watch play.
I think the NEIC meta is probably the widest one.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I had my experience with the 3 ICs was insanely different. In the LAIC, I played it, and I played it heaps. EUIC, I just watched it. And then NAIC, I casted it. And each time...
just watched it.
Like, yeah, but like I felt like that makes you more involved in it, right? And then I was also playing and scrimming and like doing Show 6 practice tournaments and like... So like way more involved. And so like, I guess just from a watching perspective, EUIC was like really not that exciting to me, whereas watching NAIC from the caster perspective was like exciting and like a good time.
I feel like I don't know. I thought USC was pretty like I get what I understand your complaint about like Licky Licky not being exciting, and that's totally valid. But I still did feel like a lot of the USC battles were still exciting.
Yeah,
I feel like the grand finals between Pato and Colin is some of the best battles I've seen, period.
Yeah.
Like those grand finals were so incredibly hype because it was two great players playing in a very neutral dynamic meta. And then one of the other interesting things about USC actually, which actually was a little bit prevalent in LAIC as well, but I think most prevalent in UIC, was how many stat changing moves there were. Which made the dimensions of the battles very interesting because there was a lot of like boosting moves like Fell Stinger and stuff, and then also a lot of debuffs like Icy Wind and Rock Tomb, and so it was like very even Wrap, and so it was like interesting to see the top players like calculate the dimensions of the battles in terms of like when to boost and debuff and switching in and out to clear stuff. Like I thought that made that very interesting. Um
I guess
but
this is an impossible task for casters. Like you just can't do it. But I guess in an absolutely perfect world, I would have liked to have it though, because it was an insane amount of debuffing moves. But like to be able to get the player's perspective on like why did they throw the wrap here? What was the calculation? Because sometimes it's like, conceptually you can always guess, right? It's like, oh, they're debuffing the defense. Clearly they want to debuff the defense. But like to be able to understand that full calculation, you can't really get that from the cast without being inside of the player's head. And so there's a layer of like, I know there's some insanely smart things happening right now. I just don't know what they are. It's like,
right, because the thing too is like sometimes they wouldn't always debuff right away.
Yeah.
Right, like they would, like even with like an icy wind, they would wait multiple fast moves and then throw it. So it's like you're taking more fast moves before they're debuffed, but like clearly there was a reason they were doing that.
And so
Right?
is it like they're waiting because they don't want to get it caught? Are they trying to get their health to a lower state so they don't get farmed down as much? Are they just planning on like, do they need this energy for later? Like I just don't know. There's so many different dimensions from like from a watching standpoint that it's like, what are they doing? I don't know.
Right. But yeah, I thought that was very interesting about UIC is the number of stat changing moves. And then again, you had that a little bit at LAIC as well with like the Trailblaze on Oranguru, Icy Wind on Dugong, even crunch debuffs from Gyarados. Like it wasn't quite as much, but it was there as well. This NAIC was probably the IC with the least stat changing moves prevalent within like the core meta.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. It's hard.
Yourself.
True. But yeah, I feel like it's hard. It's so hard for me to actually rank them, because they all had things that were good and things that were, less desirable, which is going to be the case of any meta.
Yeah.
Again, I did like that the NAIC meta was broader while still not being like. Again, there were a few like harder matchups, but they weren't like the hardest counter of matchups. Like there was still counterplay. But I did like that there was that diversity in terms of like different roles you could fill with different Pokemon. And like even the shadow versus the non-shadow, right? Like, if you're looking at a water type that can counter Grumpig, you have Duat, Samurott, Feraligatr, shadow and non-shadow of all of those. Like you have, so there was a lot of just different options there. Like even for flying types, you have the Pidgeot, you have the Swanna, you have the Mantine. Different psychic types with like the Grumpig, the Hypno, the Galarian Slowking. Even Lapras is like a pseudo psychic in a way at times.
Yeah.
So, and it was interesting too, like not only was there like variety in terms of like different Pokemon that could fill the roles, but it's like if you look at the top, like any of the top player teams, it's like there was like like obviously like everyone was running Grumpig and like almost everyone was running Galarian Weezing. But after that, like there was variety not only in terms of the Pokemon they used, but sort of the structure of their team. Like for example, PsyRhino was running triple water with one psychic, one fairy, and one normal. But then you have Torian was only running one water type, and he had double psychic, double fairy, one normal, one water. And like you could go down, I'm not gonna like go through everyone, but like just sort of different team compositions in terms of like how many of each of the core types people were using was like kind of interesting too. And it's interesting as well that like Torian was so successful with only one water type, because like I feel like something I noticed from like practice tournaments and like helping, people with their team building in advance is like I feel like a lot of the like common teams leading up to it were like a single water, occasionally two waters. But I feel like if you look at a lot of the top performing teams, most people are running two waters, if not three. like we said, Rhino was running triple water. Pato had triple water. Jello and HDMV had triple water as well. So that's like half of the top 8 were running triple water. And again, different waters amongst those. So like the meta ended up being a lot more like water heavy than I think a lot of people were expecting coming into it. And I remember too, I can't remember who was casting, but I remember the casters pointing out there was at least one game where there were 6 water types in the battle.
Oh yeah.
Because there was 2 players
yeah, it was
that both
3 waters. Yeah, it wasn't like you needed Grumpig for everything, which is nice. Yeah.
Well, and I think that's the other thing too. Talking to people, like, it's crazy because like Grumpig was like super high usage. It wasn't actually 100% usage day 2 because there was like 2 people in the top 64 that didn't run it. But you're like your top. I think it was like 100% of like the top 32 teams.
Dude, did you see pricing from the top finishers? I saw a picture from Gel Too Good. He had like a ton of Ascended Heroes booster boxes. It was insane.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he posted a picture of it, but I thought like maybe he just bought a bunch from the Pokemon Center. No, like everyone else, I think also went to it.
Oh wow,
that's
yeah. But what I was gonna say is like Grumpig was everywhere in terms of the teams, but I don't remember who I was talking to. But we were saying like it actually like at times seemed like a little bit underwhelming, a little bit of a fraud, because like there was so many times that like either the players like didn't even bring Grumpig to the battle, or times where they brought it and it just didn't really do that much.
It gets outpaced by a lot of things.
I think it gets outpaced, and it's like people learned how to like play around it and how to make it difficult for it.
You can't one-shot anything really with it, you know?
Well, you mostly one-shot maybe some of the other psychics, and like even like the bulky normals like don't even actually die to a dynamic.
Same thing with Lapras too, you know, like it looks bad, but like you're like, wait, wow, this Lapras up shield and up energy. I think it actually wins this, you know?
Right, but on top of that, it's like people also found that like neutral matchups can make it challenging for the Grumpig, like things like the Alolan Ninetales, because Grumpig has no super effective moves. Or like a Pidgeot, or like a Swanna even. And then it was like Duat and Samurott were both like very good and like decently safe, which also made it hard for the Grumpig. So like it was interesting because like the story of the meta was like, oh, Grumpig is insane, which at times Grumpig still was insane, but there was a lot when you got into day 2 where again either the Grumpig didn't come, or some of the games where it did come, it just didn't really do that much.
Yeah, and I think also like the moveset variations was super interesting, particularly on like Hypno and Lapras and maybe Kecleon to a degree. Kecleon for the most part was still Thunder Punch, Iron Punch. Like I think Steinar ran a Foul Play variant, but for the most part, I thought that the Lapras moveset, like some were running Dragon Pulse, some were running Ice Beam, some were running Skull Bash. Like it just
at first I thought the Ice Beam was like kind of crazy because it's such a water heavy meta.
Yeah.
And so I feel like Skull Bash or Dragon Pulse is preferred there. But the one thing I think the Ice Beam does is I think with the Shadow Lapras, if you can land an Ice Beam on the Grumpig, you can 2-shield Psywave down. So I'm pretty sure that's primarily what the Ice Beam was for.
You can't do that with Dragon Pulse?
No, because Dragon Pulse is not very good, like, raw damage. Dragon Pulse is just there for coverage into water head-to-heads.
Yeah.
And, like, obviously, sure, if you land a Skull Bash, you can do that, but you're not getting to a Skull Bash, like, in time before a dynamic comes through.
Yeah.
So, like, that's where the Ice Beam utility came through, but I feel like the other moves, because the meta ended up being like so water heavy, I feel like having that neutral hit for water head to heads was pretty valuable a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And yeah, Caleb, I will say, looking at Dracoviz, it looks like on Kecleon, it was like 67% Thunder Punch and like 35% Foul Play. So like in total usage. So like, yeah, decently balanced. And yeah, the Psyshock Hypno was pretty interesting too. That was set. Dracoviz has that 26%. Obviously you lose your coverage into water types, but like it's just a better move in neutrals, so it helps it into like Miltank and some of the normals in particular.
Yeah. Not that like Kivno was that successful on the whole. Like I feel like it wasn't around that much as the tournament went on the winner's side, at least. It just sort of seemed to vanish a bit. I mean, there was what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the top 32, so it's not like it wasn't there. But
yeah, the highest was DMV had Hypno at 5th, and then Youngster Brain had Hypno at 9th.
I thought the
Psyshock, he got the whale mark.
Yeah, I thought the Psyshock tech was good at first because like better into like stuff like Keknon maybe and just neutral damage. But I think as the tournament went on, I was like, I think Thunder Punch actually would have been really handy because a ton of people were running waters in the top, performing teams.
Yeah, again, a lot of like double and triple water too.
Yeah.
Obviously, one of those waters was if it was triple water, one of the waters was like always a Quagsire.
Sure, yeah.
But even still, it was usually a double water that was like usually it was like Samurott or Duat plus like Lapras usually. Or occasionally the Swanna.
Like Celio, yeah.
Yeah, Celio, Swanna, yeah.
I think like that's why the waters did so well because all the Hypno were not dropped. Like all the top performing Hypno didn't have Thunder Punch. I think if all the top performing Hypnos had Thunder Punch, we might have a different looking top 16, in many ways, for players even. But yeah.
And then other interesting, so Youngster Brain, like we said, was running the Shadow Whalmer. Steve, did you get to cast any Whalmer battles this weekend?
No, dude, it was the worst. It was coming up, and I didn't get to cast any of them. It was
I cast any of them. Did I cast Youngster Brain?
Yes, Youngster Brain. Z's Wireless also was running it.
Yeah, I didn't cast any Isis games. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Did I? No, I didn't. I was watching that one because I think I was on interviews. So I think who beat Z's Wise? Was it Flying Pizza? I think it was Flying Pizza. Because I think
wasn't ZZ on stream day one as well?
Yeah, it was his last match day one against Flying Pizza.
Okay, yeah, so that's why I was watching that carefully because I had to interview the winner. Yeah, so I ended up interviewing Flying Pizza because of it. Yeah, so I didn't cast any Will. Well, maybe the Youngster Brain game, but that's about it. Yeah,
I missed it. It was unfortunate, but.
And then also, Freaka had probably one of the most interesting top performing teams.
Yeah.
Because he was running Munchlax, Alolan Raichu, the Galarian Slowking, Shadow Samurott, Ninetales, and Grumpig. So no Galarian Wheezing.
Also, went on a crazy losers tear as well. They lost round 2 to Hagashira, and then beat Rambling Man, Master Asian, Silent Beast, Dialab, Hagashira on the rematch, Sustenance Eater, Nighttime Clasher, Final Boss AJ, just to lose to Beelzeboy. It was like an insane run.
So Freaka denied us of the Sustenance Nighttime match.
Yeah, took down both. It was kind of crazy.
I know, but if he had lost, they would have played each other. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, fair.
And that's true. That's true. He was running Psyshock Alolan Raichu actually. Volt Switch Psyshock Wild Charge, which is kind of interesting. It's the thing is with Volt Switch, you kind of want either Psyshock or Thunder Punch for the pacing, because those are 40 energy moves.
Yeah.
Psyshock is better in neutrals than Thunder Punch. Granted, there's not a lot of neutrals because like Thunder Punch is better into the waters and the psychics, but it's like Psyshock is better into the normal types, and then any fairies, especially the Galarian Wheezing, is a big one for the Psyshock. So like I see the merit to it. I don't know if I am a big believer, but like I can understand the reasoning there. I know Jiraka is big on the Psyshock.
I mean, a lot of the top trainers were, right? So it kind of makes sense. But yeah.
I guess the other key storylines were that Pato Man lost his day 3 title. Did not make it.
No, but he now has another title. He's continuing.
Yeah.
It's just 6 international trophies in a row.
Yeah,
which is also crazy.
Very insane. Yeah,
and seeing the Pato versus Beelzeboy matchup was like super hype.
Yeah. Well, he popped off. I don't remember the last time I've seen Pokémon pop off that much. It's just like a round 2 winners, right, of day 2. But I mean,
I get
a lot
it
on
though.
the line
like,
in that match, right? Yeah. So.
Well, and it's like avenging your loss at Worlds too. Like that's gotta feel good for sure.
100%.
Yeah, Pato and Beelzeboy both did very well.
Yeah.
Dude, last
Beelzeboy, insane that he's like stretched out. He back-to-back top 8 at ICs as well. It's like
and he's looking pretty locked in for a strong repeat performance. We never had a repeat world champion, so or 2-time
Well,
world
and
champion.
I think besides him running Melmetal, if you ignore his weird Melmetal team in Las Vegas, if you take that out, he had 7th at UIC, 4th at LA, and 7th at NAIC.
Yeah,
like that's such a good run. If you just ignore the Melmetal team,
sure is.
It's like when I did an interview with Bills Boy on the stage, and I was like, I'm just gonna skip Vegas. I'm not gonna mention that. It's like, wow, you've been on such a good run since Worlds.
Yeah, that's why, like, because Luminion, someone was saying that Bills Boy, he didn't end up running it, right, was big on Luminion. It's like, yeah, Bills Boy knows what he's talking about. I was like, I mean, I respect him a lot, especially as a player, but like, this is the same guy that brought a Melmetal to Vegas, right? So like not every one of his team reads are like, and to be fair, I made some pretty bad teams myself, right? But like, I don't think anyone could be like, just because Beals Boy has it means it's a good Pokemon. And it turns out it wasn't a good Pokemon, right? No one really ran it.
Yeah, there are only 4 people ran Luminion. It did
in the whole tournament?
Yeah.
What? That's really low.
Dang.
But Joetti got 13th with it.
Okay.
Pyropanda got 25th.
Yeah, but what about the other two?
I'm Too Salty for You at 97th, and then Negative Ben at 193rd.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're good. The thing is, like, it's not, but like a high performance like that doesn't mean because Luminion carried them, right? And I'm sure, like, maybe Luminion got him a few wins here or there. I think I did see Joetti run it into someone on stream.
I mean, I watched Joetti run it on stream and it did not do well.
Yeah.
Joetti was running the Dunsparce, which I thought was a little odd.
He was running with rollout too without Astonish. I mean, he did well, but like, I don't know if it's because of those Pokemon that he did well, because that's why he did well. But
I don't. Dude, actually, Dunsparce is kind of crazy. There were 4 in the entire tournament. Joetti came 13th. The other 3 were 193rd, 193rd, 257. It's like,
so like bad Pokemon.
One of the 193rd Dunsparces was single moved with Drill Run.
Yeah.
Okay, one of them with double moves got 2 wins. One of them was a free win, the no-show, and the other one was against a team with Eevee, Espeon, Sylveon, Vaporeon, and then Kamala and Delcatty. So
this is like Kamala's crazy, but this I didn't know it was eligible, but this is a great example of driver not car, because that is not a car you want to be driving.
At the same time, me and Soph casted one of the Joetti games, and I just came out of it being like, "What's the point of Dunsparce?" It's like, why was that?
That's got to be Astonished, right? And no, it wasn't even Astonished. I was like, wait, what?
Well, yeah, I think the big thing for Dunsparce, which I don't understand, like why he ran it, is the Drill Run change actually hurts Dunsparce for the most part, because it's doing less damage per Drill Run. And it's not.
No, but it was the Dunsparce, right? It wasn't Dunsparce.
No, it's regular.
Dunsparce.
It was regular. Okay, it was regular. I thought it was, for some reason, I thought it was the Dunsparce.
But it's with rollout, you're not pacing any better until the 3rd Drill Run.
Yeah.
So like the other Drill Run users see a significant improvement because their pacing is better. But if Dunsparce isn't pacing better till the 3rd Drill Run, that's generally a nerf because you're doing less damage every time you land it. So yeah, that was a bit of an odd pick. And then it was interesting too, like everyone thought like Kecleon did not show up the way that I think a lot of people thought it was going to.
Yeah, I mean, like if you watch the Inadequate's usage data in the like week lead up, Kecleon fell off the face of the earth. Like it was going from like top 5 usage to like by the end it was at like 10% usage. It was like, dang, that's like a crazy fall off. It was like,
I mean, like I get it, like because we talked about it on the podcast, and I was like, sometimes it feels like a fraud. Like the pacing just isn't good, and I think like the shift to a lot of people running double fairy also didn't help it. Like Ninetales usage shooting up, like if you just have to dodge a Galarian Weezing, that's one thing. But having to dodge the Ninetales too, like, just makes it a lot harder. And yeah, the Kecleon moveset choice was interesting too because, yeah, actually, if you look at the top like 3 or top 3 to 4 place in Kecleon, you had 3 different movesets. Because you had Steinar with Foul Play Dynamic Punch at 3rd. Then Rockhaven, tied for 17th, was running Thunder Punch Foul Play. And then Ashton Ash, tied 17th, was running Thunder Punch Dynamic Punch. As well as Andy, tied for 17th with Thunder Punch Dynamic Punch. So it's just interesting. You see all 3 of those movesets within the top 4 Kecleons.
Yeah. I think like as the tournament goes on, you realize that the spammier, harder hitting moves like Samurott, the Hydro Cannon, and obviously like Grumpy stuff like that. But like a lot, the pacing moves are like so much more relevant than like a 12-turn Thunder Punch, right? Non-stab. It's not really gonna cut it, right?
I agree.
Like the thing is, you could land a Hydro Cannon, and that now if they don't shield, you could kind of dictate the pacing. You can always shield the Thunder Punch, right? If you have a Samurott, but.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's what I was saying when we talked about it too, is like you're getting outpaced by like basically all the water types that you're supposed to be countering.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, yeah, and especially like obviously like you have more playing to Gator because you like resist the Shadow Claws. But yeah, against like a Samurott or a Duat, it's like they can always shield and just ramp up a bunch of like Fury Cutter pressure.
Yeah.
And then another one that was interesting was like Miltank, because like Miltank was popular and it was like pretty good, but it was actually like super awkward as like because you think like, oh, it has Thunderbolt, right? It's like gonna be like a good anti-water pick, but like it's so awkward into a lot of the water types. If they just like shield the Thunderbolt, like suddenly Miltank's in like not a great spot.
Well,
and like
it was
even
rarely used to actually win a matchup, right? It was just to soak damage, and then you actually win with your other Pokemon.
I mean, for sure, but it's like there's times where like you would think the Miltank should do more because it's like people are running like ABA to it or are running like I don't know, like a water and double ice or something, and it's like actually like if the water shield a Thunderbolt or like the Alolan Ninetales isn't even like that terrible into it, like the things you'd think it would be, it wasn't as good into it as you thought it would be, which like made it look underwhelming at times, but is also I think healthy for the meta that it's not just dominating those sorts of matchups and there's counterplay there.
Anyway, we've talked a lot about the meta and everything like that for a meta that no longer exists. But you know, it is what it is. Okay, so they did reveal where the NAIC is going to be in next year in Chicago.
Oh, that's right, Chicago.
Yeah. So Chicago is going.
Guys, they've got great boats.
Dude, I can't trust Steve with pizza with food in general. I was gonna say like, how do you like the food? But this guy only eats like chicken and that's it, and chicken tenders. Like,
don't ask me.
I don't. Dude, I'm just imagining Steve at his future wedding and be like, the guests are there and be like, oh, like what kind of food y'all got? Be like, well, we got chicken tenders.
Yes.
And, some fries, or some places they call them chips. You know.
True. Yeah. Look.
How many different kinds of chicken tenders can we serve them?
Dude, I don't know.
If you think there would not be chicken tenders at my wedding, you are wrong. They will be there. Well, I mean, it might not be chicken tenders. It would probably be chicken schnitzel, to be fair. Which, again, I know you guys don't have schnitzel? In the US, but it's like,
just like schnitzel in general, like what they have in like Germany.
Yeah, but like a little thicker. It's like you guys have got chicken parmesan, right?
Yeah.
It's like that without anything on top. Like it's the chicken underneath that.
Okay.
Is like a very, very common meal here.
Yeah.
But that would probably be the go.
Well, yeah, that's a good time. Anyway, yeah, but I mean, New Orleans, I really liked it for the past 3 years and stuff. It is just like really humid and hot, but outside of that, like, there's stuff to do. And I did read through Chris Brown. He's like pretty high up in TPCI, oversees like esports and a lot of other things for Play Pokemon. He did an interview on why they changed location and stuff, and a lot of it's just like they outgrew, like, because I think they sold out spots for all the games. I don't know about for Unite, but they sold out for Go, TCG, and VG. And like they can only do so much, right? And so I think like someone said like you could open the halls up, but like they have to plan that like years in advance, I think, or at least a year in advance or whatever. But like they don't know what the progression is going to look like. I don't know.
In the interview, I think they mentioned that like the halls next door were like already booked, so it was like too late by the time that.
Yeah, probably. And the other thing too that was mentioned is like like ease of accessibility, like being like travel considerations and accessibility, and it's like it's like not bad getting to New Orleans, but like Chicago is like a hub,
Yeah. New Orleans is pretty
right?
bad, I'll
Like,
be honest. Having flown there twice in the last 2 years, it is so disconnected from everything, and there are not that many flights.
Really?
Which is it's like
maybe it's just really lucky for LA. Although, granted,
yeah,
flying back
LA
is
is
kind
probably
of a
one of
pain.
the
Well, you
connecting
ran into
points,
some
to be
flight
honest.
issues too, right? Because my flight got canceled completely, and they rebooked me to like I'd have instead of direct flight from New Orleans to LA, I'd have go east to Atlanta, transfer there, then fly over. Like I remember when I was checking my luggage, the person at New Orleans was like, "Oh yeah, we got to label your luggage as hot because there's like a very short transfer window between New Orleans and Atlanta." I was like, "Yeah, I mean, like they canceled my original flight, so that's why." They're like, "She's like, oh no, I know you're already going through it. I'm just letting you know." I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah. I know. Like Ash and Ash, I think he got rerouted through Chicago. Which is like okay.
Yeah. Well, what happened to you? Because you end up like something happened, right?
Yeah, like every flight out of New Orleans was getting like delayed or canceled. And
Well,
so
didn't you have to stay at some hotel and some stuff, or what?
Yeah, so I was on the same flight as Soph and Butters,
Yeah.
and we were we were like ours was also delayed, but it was delayed enough that I just could not make my connecting flight.
Right.
And so the next flight from San Fran to Sydney, it only flies like every 24 hours. So it's a 24-hour delay. And so I had to get a hotel in San Fran, which United, unlike like I'm not used to this level of I don't want to say poor service, but I'm used to airlines doing more than this. United was like, well, it was air traffic control's fault that we were late, so we are not going to comp a hotel. It's actually you're on your own. And P.S., it's going to be heaps expensive because the World Cup is here in San Fran tomorrow night. So, and like they were just telling me that, I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Is what it is.
Yeah, I think it's gotten worse in the U.S. recently because like some of the like laws and regulations about like what airlines have to comp have been like eased up.
Yeah,
which is kind of lame, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I'm used to getting my hotel comped when this happens. Is all I'll say. But
yeah,
it is what it is. I got home 24 hours later. I had to burn an extra couple of hours of annual leave. I still had to go to work when I landed because I was like, I don't have that much annual leave. I've just been gone for a week and a bit, so
yeah,
we rolled straight back in, and on we go.
Yeah. Well, glad that you made it back safely, soundly. I know the travels from Oceania is kind of long to really anywhere. Maybe outside New Zealand, but
real.
Yeah. Maybe outside of Japan.
And my luggage came, so we're fine.
Yeah, you had 2 air tags this time, which is kind of nice.
Real. Yeah. Dude, I think one of the biggest holy smokes that came out of this entire first cast at NAIC. Dude, 3 suits takes up so much room in a suitcase.
I know, right? Yeah. Did you have a big suitcase or a small suitcase?
It's like not small. Like it's not like insano big, but like
did you see mine?
Was like,
mine I had a big one.
I don't think I saw yours.
Like mine doesn't fit in the overhead.
Oh, mine definitely doesn't either. Like it's a big proper like checked luggage. But
okay. Yeah. Then you have
I guess it was also just the fact that like I was in the US for like over a week, and so like I also needed enough clothes for all of that time, and then all of the other stuff that I was bringing. And so it was like I actively had to give stuff to Debbie to be like, look, take this home with you. I'll get it like at the next regional or whatever. So it's just like I physically can't fit all of this in. It's over.
Makes sense. But anyway, great performance at NAIC, both from you and PsyRhino and everyone else. But
let's go.
Yeah. Well, sorry about that. Some tech issues, but we've been rambling about NAIC for quite a while now. So let's hop to the YouTube comments and popping comments. We have a couple to close things out. All right. Starting off, we have Triptondo, other Tristan, saying, with the new update to Max Mondays, I advise you all use all those overflow of Max Sparkles on Max Monday because they now added guaranteed rare XLs. Yeah, I've been super lazy about that, but that is a really good point. I should probably get on that because I saw some people posting about it too. I just haven't really gotten onto it. Have you guys done that yet?
Not yet. We were talking about that during the events section when
Wait,
you were doing your meet.
Steve is muted. I can't hear him at all. Oh, what happened? We might have to restart this one.
Hello, test.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
Okay,
Did you?
whatever.
You were just okay. Well, the recording's okay.
I've been burning my excess particles because like one of the level 73 thingos is level off a max move 20 times. So
Yeah.
I've not been getting rare XLs, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean that only started as of like this Monday, I think. So it's pretty new. But yeah, we talked about that during like the event section when you were doing your meets or whatever. How that was a thing now. So yeah, it might be. Yeah, because I think Trip Tondo was mentioning it because I was saying how I have like a jillion particles and nothing to spend them on. So that might be somewhere that I need to use them up on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Checks out.
I would say so. But yeah, great point there. Well, I'll try to partake in it next week, but no promises. I probably won't end up doing it. Rich Frank says, by the time this gets read, NAIC will have concluded. Congrats, PsyRhino. But I wanted to share my NAIC 2026 Cup team in GBL. I've only done 55 battles in this Cup, went 36-19, running Hisuian Zoroark, Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, Foul Play, lead. That's insane. But hey, I can see the utility there. Hypno, Thunder Punch, Shadow Ball, Safe Swap, and Grumpig in the back. I almost always had to swap into Hypno immediately, but in the rare occasions where I could stay in, Zoroark made a great shield breaker, as well as I could strip one or both shields while only going out single shield myself. It did end up burning 2 shields on Zoroark in the. If I did end up burning 2 shields on Zoroark in the lead, I would usually catch a move on Hypno while having at least Foul Play stored on Zoroark that I could use to wrap things up in the end game. Most of my legitimate losses came from Kecleon leads. Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you deal with Kecleon?
But that's the thing, you don't.
Yeah, if it was in the back or say so, I could generally handle with energy or advantage. I had probably 3 or 4 losses due to game state, lag, game crashes, etc. I even played inadequates and got walked on by his Kecleon lead. Never saw his
Oh no.
That is an interesting deck though.
Yeah, his Zoroark is like, it's interesting typing, but it's just so squishy.
So frail. Yeah.
That like even resisted
a lot of
moves.
dark types already are prevalent.
Well, but also like a lot of resisted moves are still doing like basically neutral damage to it because it's so squishy.
Yeah. But and that's a cool one though. Maybe I'm really curious what happens next year, right? Do you think they take the lazy approach and just do 3 complete like the same metas as next year, but they like maybe switch up some of the bands of specific bands, but the same typings and stuff?
I reckon it'll be like brand new every time.
I wouldn't hate it though, because it is a lot of work to come up with 3 brand new megas. Metas for three separate tournaments, right?
I don't know. I feel like, I mean, again, like I said earlier, I think like the LAIC meta was very good, but like I don't know, I would feel some kind of way if I was like a LATAM player and LAIC every year was like that same meta, like slightly adjusted. Like as good as it was, I wouldn't want to be playing that like every single LAIC. Like that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. Plus, there's not much like more room to innovate on that. Like because there's only so much run up, and it was like the start of a brand new meta and all. People are learning it in the meta, like in the tournament. There's like, oh, this is a bit of a spicy pick, which like there wasn't heaps of it at LAIC, but you know there was still a few. Where it's like if you run it back, it's like, oh well, everyone knows that like Vespa can exist, so it's like it's not a, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean obviously like there have been like move updates and like new Pokemon since then, so like it wouldn't be the exact same meta, but like it's also like, because I was actually talking to someone about this last night, like I just don't know how you even like balance it, because it's like since then you have things like Twister Gyarados, the Powder Snow buff, Icicle Spear buff, Earthquake buff, like I'm sure I'm forgetting a few, but like
it's a bunch of things.
Yeah, a bunch of things. So it's like I don't even know, like the meta was like very well balanced with like very dynamic gameplay between like the meta Pokemon, but I don't know if it would like, if you tried to run it right now, even if it would be that balanced anymore because of the changes that have happened since then. Like I just don't think it like I think it worked well at the time, but I just don't know like how it would work to like do it again, even because of all the changes we've had in the meantime.
Yeah,
it's true.
Fair enough. But yeah, that's a spicy one for sure. T Hub says on Caleb's rant about Gus users and people who wanted Charm nerfed, you can use a move because you know it's the optimal play, but still acknowledge it's not good for the game. I wanted Charm nerfed, but I still ran Wiggly at Indy for my highest placing finish because I knew it was good. Just like I don't agree with the 40-hour work week, but I still clock in every day. Fair. That's actually a really great analogy. I think that's fair, right? I think a lot of people felt the same way when they're running Wigglytuff. Like they didn't like that play style, but they knew that was good, right? But that's the thing, right? You don't have to like a play style, but and you can still want something nerfed, but that doesn't mean it should be nerfed, right? Like these are all separate things. You could not like a play style, you could want something nerfed because you don't like the play style, and you can also acknowledge that it's still in a good place in the meta. It's just that you don't like using it, right? Like I don't love using 5-turn users, right? I don't like using Talonflame and stuff like that. But there's some metas where you really call for it and it's actually quite good, you know? I think that's the thing that need to be teased out, right? I guess like to the Gus user's point though, I think it's yeah. Go ahead,
I think their point is that with something like a Wigglytuff or historically like in multiple different metas like a Lantern, sometimes you use a Pokemon because it's too good not to use, even though you realize that the Pokemon is problematic and unhealthy for the meta. But
okay,
it's too good not to use.
We're going back to the same thing from 2 weeks ago, Tristan. Problematic and unhealthy are very subjective things, right? I think that's what people don't understand. It's not an objective truth, right? It's just a slow turn using Pokemon that's bulky, that doesn't have coverage, which is how bulky Pokemon should be, right? You don't want to give bulky Pokemon that are really safe too much coverage because then you run into like issues like Lantern, right? Well, because outside of grass types, Lantern just hit back against like everything, right?
And dragon types?
True, yeah. I mean, dragon types were not that prevalent in that meta. Like Altaria still takes neutral, right? It was just like the occasional like Goodra, right? There weren't a lot of like pure dragons in that meta, right? But yeah. Anyway, understood. And popping comments. So Jen says, "See you all soon at NAIC." And then thank you, Caleb. Evie
I met Jen for the first time.
You did, yeah. And I think she'll be at Worlds. So you'll be at Worlds too, right?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah,
I'll just be spectating.
That Worlds merch looks fire. Like I don't even care for merch that much, but like that Worlds merch looks insane. The plushie, the golden playmats, the freaking the purse, the golden white purse, like that looks like some Gucci purse, right? And it's just a Pokemon purse. Like I don't even use purses, but like I might just have to get one anyway. But anyway, yeah. And then
I think it looks good. I'm probably more biased towards like the Yokohama and Hawaii merch though.
Really?
Personally.
I really did not like the Yokohama Pikachu. Dude, the thing was eating ramen noodles. Those things look like slices of bacon. I'm like, what is this, right? Is that noodles or like hot sauce or what? I don't know. I thought like the bowl of ramen was not as well made. Like it looked a little sloppy. Like I liked the beef eater Pikachu from London, really well made. I like that a lot. If I were to rank the existing plushies that I've seen at Worlds, right? So it's London, Yokohama, Honolulu, and Anaheim. I'd probably put London first, then maybe Anaheim second, then Honolulu, then Yokohama. That's me personally, right? The Anaheim and the Honolulu one, I could maybe exchange them. Like, I think it's cool, but like scuba diving, like I get it's Hawaii, but you can scuba dive in other places too, right? It's not Hawaii centric, right? Whereas like
don't start opening that kettle of worms because these US ones are about to get real like
what do you
exciting. Mean? Okay, I don't understand the theming of like the San Francisco one, you know, or the Anaheim one. Why is that California? You know, like why is that LA?
Jacket,
yeah,
like
LA?
The Letterman jacket thing. I mean,
American,
technically speaking, well. Culturally, like it's not like every region in the US like has those kind of jackets as like part of the style, right? Like a very like 70s, 80s kind of like style jacket that like I don't know, you see in like Greece and stuff. But I mean, granted, I wasn't really alive back then, so like it's hard for me to say. Granted, culturally, sure. But that's still more culturally specific to like North America than like Oceania. So, like you could go scuba diving in any region, almost most regions, right? In different places.
You could look at the stars anywhere in the world.
Yeah,
like
stars.
This is not
stars. Wait, what's looking at stars?
The Pikachu is like a space theme for San Francisco.
Oh no, I'm talking about the main one. That's the XP one.
It is the XP
That's the
one.
XP. Yeah, that's not.
I mean,
the main,
but they're both.
But still, it's
Oh
all
no.
the same.
I'm not trying to dispute that. Like, I'm not trying to say the San Francisco one is unique to the region. That's the 30th anniversary. I think that's because it's the 30th anniversary that they made it like the champion Pikachu, right? I don't think that's related to San Francisco at all. I don't think any of the merch for maybe like there's some bridge in the background stuff, but outside of that, like I think most of the merch for Worlds this year is just because of the 30th anniversary. I don't think it matters about the location at all. Yeah, but I'm not ranking that though. That's not in my ranks. I'm just saying the previous 4 years, I go London, Anaheim, Honolulu, Yokohama, personally speaking. But I'm just going just the plushies.
Oh, I was talking about like the merch in general, not just the plushies.
Yeah, I guess the merch in general, Yokohama was pretty dope. Like I just couldn't get any of the merch in general because it was sold out so fast. It looked nice on other people, but I can't wear it myself.
I mean, that's the problem with the merch in general. Like,
I think Yokohama was particularly bad though, because think it's hosted by like TPC instead of TPCI, so maybe they're not expecting so many people to show up for like Pokemon Center stuff. But like, I don't think they made enough merch.
Oh, they didn't. And the problem too was the problem too was that I think they didn't make enough merch, but also I think picked the sizes based on like the average Japanese person because they were not prepared for the very large American and European players to come. And so by the end, like by a couple days in, like the only shirts that were left were small and extra small. Like again, because they were thinking of like just like the Japanese player base as opposed to like the global player base. Yeah. And so like that was certainly a problem too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, meanwhile, NAIC going through the like shirts and stuff, I was looking for one in small, and I was like, and dude, we were there like first. We were there before the creator hour because we had to get in before rehearsal started. And small just didn't exist because like the amount of X's that were on those clothing and there just wasn't a small. I was like, oh, I see. This is
I remember
North America International.
I mean, this was like later in the day, but I went in and there was like a shirt I was trying to get and a jacket I was trying to get for someone else, and the t-shirt was only in 4XL and the jacket was only in 5XL because all the other sizes were gone.
Crazy.
And I was like, oh no, like, and like, look, I'm glad that they have like all the sizes for all different players to be able to get like what they want. Yeah. But it still felt like the split was off and they maybe could have done with a few more like XLs as opposed to 5XLs. Like, but it is what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I think funny story too. I don't know if you're there for this, Steve, but backstage on the first day, we went to Pokemon Center, like casters did and everything, and Martin comes in backstage and he's holding a Squirtle shirt. Were you there for that? Right? Yeah. It's like, guys, why is it so big? And it's like huge, right? And I was like, well, what size did you get? He's like, I got a large, but like I could fit large in Europe. I was like, oh, bro, no, large in the US is like actually like us Americans are just, for lack of a better term, we're kind of heavy, right? We're kind of big. So, because Butter's like, yeah, Martin, like, I wear large, right? And I was like, you probably should have got a medium or small. But he's like, all right, whatever. I'll try to make it work. But it was massive, right? And I get it because in Europe, the sizing charts are different, right? Just like Yokohama as well.
Cavi is so real. I don't know if this is actually true, but in my
everything
head,
in the US is bigger.
Well, obviously that's true, but I feel like
the glass of water's bigger.
It's like a psychological like, hey, we don't want you to feel too bad, so we're just gonna like bump the sizings up. So they're like, no, you're not an XXL, man. You're just a large. It's all good.
Yeah. It's us Americans, man. But no, but I would say even the water too. The water's what I don't understand because I'm in Europe. Maybe I don't remember Oceania as well, like Australia, what it was like. But like, I remember like I'm getting a glass of water in Europe in London. I'm like, dang, why is the glass like half the size? Like I'm still thirsty. Like I get like Americans are kind of big and we eat a lot and stuff, but like we got like you need to drink water even if you're European, right? Like I don't understand this.
Butters made this comment. I think it was talking about Australia, where he's like, you know, you ask for your glass get refilled at the restaurant, but it's so small that he's like, can I have another sip of water, please?
Honestly, maybe Europeans just have unlocked peak survival skills and they just know how to survive on less water. But
I don't know. Like the famous example that I always go to is like when I was like 7 or something, and in the US, and like we went to McDonald's or some equivalent, and it was like,
and you got your chicken tenders.
Obviously I got my chicken tenders, but your small soda was like bigger than our large soda at the time.
I can believe it, but also the sizes are not consistent either.
Yeah,
like I was eating out somewhere recently, I don't even remember where, and like I think I got like a medium like cup of soda, and the medium was like bigger than like large at most places. I was like, this is insane.
Yeah.
So it's not even consistent.
Yeah. Anyway, America.
Anyway, that's us. But Jen also says, thank you, Caleb. Evie family is Fox. Agreed. Wait, I think her question was, is it cats or dogs, right? Was that her that asked it last week?
I think it was someone else.
Well, either way, I think it was a trick question because I don't think it's either. I think it's just a bunch of foxes. But yeah. Anyway, Artemis Dragon says, you know what would help mediate fast move pressure abusers using stuff like Shadow Pidgeot? A limited use fast move shield. That's really interesting.
Huh? How would that even work?
I guess mid battle you press on the shield to mitigate the incoming fast attack damage coming through. That could change the tides of a very close battle, right? Imagine like trying to Dragon Breath down, and they use a shield just to like mitigate the damage. You have to be able to get your own fast attack through it too, though. Otherwise, like, I don't know. I'd be curious though if Artemis Dragon could expand upon that, but it would make the gameplay a little more dynamic. Like, imagine if like Torian's facing like the Samurott from PsyRhino, and there's a few times where he got like Fury card down right before he got the move off. Imagine he used that shield right at the right time just to get one move off. That'd be kind of insane. I don't know. It could be interesting.
It could be interesting, but I'm like, can we just get like the actual base PvP working? Like, we're still waiting on this refactor with the regular mechanics, no fast move shields or anything.
You're telling me, yeah. Look, again, hindsight's 2020, but we really didn't need an interlude season. We really didn't. I really hope that I can't really see a real justification to ever have another interlude season. I think even if they make a big I don't think they're going to do a big refactor like every year or so anyway, right? If they're ever going to change PvP again, I feel like it's going to be on like way down the road, like 5 years plus. But I think when that day comes, I hope we don't do interlude. I think we just do what we're doing right now, and I think it's fine. Right?
Preview cup, throw that puppy in.
Yeah, even for all those vanilla Great League enjoyers, But anyway, that's going to do it for us. There obviously are not any official Championship Series events leading up to Worlds, and Worlds is at a later time this year, but we have some fun, exciting things to cover. So be on the lookout for that. And we'll see how it goes. And we should have Kaz on for next one. I think we're losing you for what? 1, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, Steve?
Might only be one, but it's one of those things that like, I'll find out. This is I'm rolling with the punches.
Yeah, sounds like it. Well, anyway, we know we have your caster tournament thing that I still need to come up with Team Force. So.
True. Yeah, I might be playing that one. Whoop, but we'll find out how it goes.
Yeah. Is there prize money for this one again?
Yeah. Always.
Only for the first place,
$1 million.
I'm like, I'm about to lock in. I'll like lose like the first 2 rounds out of the bat. I'm like, if this was, I know this is Swiss, man. I'm 0-2 drop when Swiss comes out for sure. Y'all say there's gonna be more battles in Swiss. Nah, I ain't playing out another 5 battles. Like, I'm out. I'm sitting here and catch more Tornado.
And you know what, Caleb? That's your right. You can do that.
That is. I apologize to all my future opponents that will have terrible tiebreakers because of me.
True.
But maybe you should have thought something differently and just let me win then. Then I would have stayed in. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, realistically speaking, like if I'm at a point where like I can't get any points, like I would probably drop, It's like I could PvP plenty. But
yeah, I mean, getting points, it's more than 0-2, right? You'd probably have to go like 0-4, and then it's like, okay, it's hard over.
Yeah, I think it just depends on how many people sign up and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I think Steve's right though. Like you could put like depending on the size, like if it was I don't know like 7 Swiss rounds, like going like 4-3 would probably get you points.
Dude,
like
I don't think it'll happen, and I don't know anything, so no one like be like, oh, Caleb said this, it must be a thing. But how crazy it would be if they introduced Swiss for the first time at Worlds?
It's possible, right? Like it's
They didn't they say in the rule book or whatever that, or like the teaser for the beginning season, that they might have Swiss, but it never happened.
they did it in South Africa, bro.
That's it.
It's the
Was
one
that
time.
only one?
Yeah,
How
that's
many
it.
were at that? Like 10 people?
8 people. It's the only
Dude,
time. Everyone
honestly,
was so excited when that announcement came out. They're like, "Oh, we might be
I feel like
experimenting with
Swiss is
Swiss this
worse
season."
for that
Swiss.
one, because you take a. I feel like Swiss might be worse. I feel like double
Yeah.
Elam is better for 8 people than Swiss.
I agree.
Yeah,
And apparently
I think
on the
that's
ground,
one
they
tournament
agree.
where you shouldn't have gone Swiss because you're playing 3 rounds anyway.
In my head, Auckland was like the perfect ground to like actually just try out Swiss, because it was like 32 people, pretty
I think that
small
would be
but still
good.
reasonable
Yeah.
size. It felt perfect, but like whatever.
Yeah. I think the bigger the tournament, the more likelihood that Swiss makes more sense.
Oh,
The
it's
smaller
100% correct. But if
Yeah.
they just want to test it, like it makes sense to test smaller, right? Instead of like, actually, it's like Swiss at Worlds for the first time might be cooked, but they'd probably do it fine, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see.
I don't think they would, though. I think
I've seen some people speculating about that. I guess we'll have to see. I mean,
Yeah.
they did debut like wired internet at Worlds, right? So like,
True.
you never
And
know.
the good thing with Worlds is you already know for the most part going into it how many people are going to be there.
yeah.
I mean, I guess you could do that for like registration closing and stuff, but like you could plan for that, right? And there's there's essentially some type of cap, right, that you could account for.
Sure.
So, I mean, I would say the wired internet, beautiful. Like this season by far the least amount of issues. Than like when we had Seattle issues, it wasn't the Wi-Fi, it wasn't the gameplay, it was it was Apple. It was literally Apple. Like there's no one to blame but like the phone itself, right? Which was unfortunate. But that was what caused the delay, right? And like maybe there's a few other delays here or there, but for the most part, it was pretty smooth. And like the fact that I think LAC was like pretty smooth too, right? From what I hear, that's good too, because in the past that was like a really tough tournament. But I heard NAIC last year was also kind of rough at times. Speaking to some competitors that were even playing the floor, so game's come a long way, and I do appreciate that. And maybe we are ready for Swiss. Maybe. I guess the good news with Swiss is you don't have to keep facing the same person, because there's times I'm just losing the same guy in the same tournament twice. I'm like, bro.
Or the same guy in GBL 3.
No, I technically won 2-1 against him, right? That third game I played against him was just to give him a chance to not get swept, but 3-0, right? In this best of 5 potentially. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I know. I see you T10, whatever those numbers are. Yeah. But anyway, that's gonna do it for us. We'll catch you all the next one. Best of luck on your Fridgebacks Community Day. For some people, it's already started. And
no, it hasn't.
Team Market takeover.
I mean, maybe on like that one island, but
wait, what time is it for you?
This episode's up.
Oh yeah, okay. By the time this episode's up, I think it's done for everyone, maybe. But it's like 9 a.m. my time.
I'll work on it. It'll be up at least before the end of today, audio version for NA. But all right, I'll catch you all later. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.
Bye.